The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
Don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody, he's a macho savage. You're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. So say it, the macho.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the you Gandon Giants come on. And that's my story.
You say weird words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done is by using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Flunever Sean, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. With the Trash 7 to 10. Tuesday night, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Mike, hey, this is the animal. One half of the world famous take in the road warrior listen to them. If you know it's good for you, listen to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you got to say about Trash Talking?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
This is the Vital Idol, and you're listening to Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10 on TrashTalkingRadio.com. And remember this, the Vital Idol tells you it's got to be true. And when it's on the internet, it's got to be real. It's Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10. I am the top of pop, the king of swing, the international rock star way above par, the host with the most, Mr. Tuesday Night, the Vital Idol, Classy Mike Trash, and thank you very much.
Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night. It's the best night of the week, and as usual, it's the best night of the week. Yeah, that's why I was going with that. I didn't know where I was going with that. Gotta figure out how to do this. I gotta figure out how to stop that. It's got problems. Oh, what's going on here? Stop. Oh, geez.
It's got to be true.
Oh, here we go again. I heard that already. I don't care. Where is my background that I want? There it is. Okay, now we can get it done before it disappears. All right. I'm flying solo today. Solo, nobody can see me. All right. Boy, I got a lot of stuff to talk about today. And maybe I won't talk about the Super Bowl because I'm here by myself. And I did find out something really neat. I finally figured out how to take calls on this system. And it's going to be really cool because we can start taking guests and stuff like that on our system without any weird stuff about it. So I'm happy about that because I just did a little research and I had the power all along and I didn't realize it. And it's actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. Actually, it was almost too easy. So, anyway, is anybody there in the chat room? I think there's somebody else in there with me, and nobody's talked. So I don't know who's here and who isn't. See, that's the thing about this. First off, I was put in Facebook jail for some reason, and I have no reason why. I have no idea why. Oh, there's Ashley. Okay. All right. Yeah, I've been put in Facebook jail for some stupid, unknown reason, and it infuriates me because I can't post links. So I can't even link my other pages to this radio show until I get out of Facebook jail. It's so stupid. I can post the links I want to post, I think. I guess we'll find out if I can or not. I may not be able to even post the links to my stories this week. I guess we're going to find out when I try to post them and see if it works. But it sucks not being able to do this because I don't even think I did anything wrong. I don't know what I would have done wrong because just one day it decided I'm not able to post links. And that really kind of sucks because it says I'm in jail. So it doesn't actually use the word jail. So Ashley didn't show up because she partied too hardy because her family, yeah. She partied too hardy because her team not only won, but she took all the points. She was really selfish about that. She wouldn't let us have any points. I think I got 1 point, she got 5, and her daughter got 1 point too. So we were left in the dust. All right, so let's get the show started since there's nothing really going on. Let's see, where are we going? Here we go. That's going to be a shame because I really expected her to be here because, well, I guess I can go over the stuff without her. She doesn't have to be here. So the contest was that, actually, I prefer it this way because this way she can't gloat. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so we're going to do it. We'll do it without her. Yeah. So Kansas City Chiefs, they won at the last second. It was a controversial win as far as I'm concerned. And, yep, she says she wins. She did win. She did win. And I'm not gonna say she didn't because she did. She won. She really smoked all of us. Well, all of us, meaning the two of us. We couldn't even combine our points and beat her. So here's the way that the system all worked out. Let me see if we can, let's pull it up here and I'll show you exactly how it works. So the first, the halftime, the results were, the score was 3 Chiefs, 10 for 49ers. And I said it was going to be 10-7. It was 3-10. So I would have done all right if I had reversed the numbers. But because I should bring that up. Let me bring this up. It'll be a lot better if I can show it. Hold on here. I got the total. Let's see, how do I do this? I got to do this like this. And then here's a picture of the day. So, all right, so we're going to go back here and we're going to see how she ended up winning the whole thing. All right, got to bring this up here. Do this. And we'll pull the scores. Hopefully, this doesn't take too long. All right. Super Bowl, here we go. Here we go. Super Bowl, here we go. All right, so, halftime, the score was 10 Chiefs, 10 49ers, 3 Chiefs, which is reflected in my score right there. So, with that being the bold, that is what you had to get to win. So, The one closest to the 3, which was me, got 1 point. The one closest to the 7 got 1 point. Now, if you got an exact number, you got 2 points for that. So the 10, Ashley had 10-10, so she won a point for the 10. And her poor daughter didn't win anything on that. So after the halftime score, the score was 1-3. 1-3. The reason she got 3 points is she got 1 point for the 10, which I got 1 point for, and she got 2 points for the 10 because she was exactly on, so that's 5. Or 3, I mean. That's 3 points. And poor daughter got 0. Then the final score turned out to be 25-22. Chiefs, 25, 22 for 49ers. I said it was going to be 27-30, which I would have won that if Ashley hadn't said 24-20. And Kylie said 24-14. So Kylie got a point for the 24, and Ashley got a point for the 24. Then the 22, I was way off because I said 30. Ashley got 1 for the 20, and Kylie got 0 for the 14. So she got 2 points for there, plus she got 3 points for there. That's 5 points. Kylie got 1 point. I got 1 point. So I really liked the idea of this scoring thing, and I think we can do that better next year by doing all 4 quarters. Now, we could have done something even we're going to have to do something more interesting because they went into overtime. Maybe we can do something where we have we have to say yes or no. We'll go into overtime, and that'll be a point or 2 points or whatever number, and then whatever happens, with the overtime, we'll have to figure something out. But I kind of like the game. It's going to be a little bit more complicated next year because all these different ways you can make money. And actually, they had, where I was at, they had a sheet of all the different bets you could make in Hollywood, or not in Hollywood, in Vegas. But we could have followed their rules. But I kind of liked our rules, our own rules. But I could actually consider doing more of that next time. But this is the first time we ever did anything on like this on Super Bowl, and I kind of liked the way that it worked. So next year we're going to do a little different. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll do it a little different, just so that one person doesn't get all the points like this time. Well, actually, like I said, this could have been much better if we had thought it through a little bit better, but considering we didn't really have much time to think it through, because I made it up on the spot, next year we'll do a little better. So there you go. You got the winner is Ashley, the Super Bowl winner, and congratulations. I'm glad you're not here to gloat. So that works. Okay, now let's get into other things. I got all kinds of other things to talk about. What I wanted to do was, I'm going to check this here. I want to make sure that it's streaming where it's supposed to be streaming. I am going to make some changes over the next couple months. I've come up with ideas, and I want to make this show a little bit better, more interesting. So I'm going to make a few changes to the way things are done here, and it'll definitely show in the quality of the show. Okay, so that's all streaming. Everything's working. I am going to probably expand my streaming platforms too. I'm planning on going to make some other adjustments. So that'll be cool too. So let me just make sure there's nothing going on here I need to pay attention to. Nobody's screaming at me. That's good. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're all good. All right. Here we go. I got to get back in the chat room now. let's see, chat room goes there. There we are. It's going to be fun. The new connection I have for doing the streaming for call-ins and stuff is really, really cool. I want to make one. I want to see if I make one adjustment, but the way that it is, it actually, it really turned out a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. All right, here we go. All right, gotta switch screens. Go there. Cut that out. There we go. The instructions on how to have live callers. It's really cool because the live caller thing excites me a lot because there's a lot of things I can do with this. And it's only going to make the show better, I think. All right, so the Super Bowl's over. I can get rid of this whole page. I will cancel this page. This will be the end of this page. I should keep it for next year so I remember what I did this year. All right. And since nobody's here, I was going to make a change in my death pool. I'm still going to make a change in my death pool. And I'm going to ask Ashley, since she's in the chat room, I want to make a change for the death pool. And my question to you is, do you have any changes you would like to make? And this is going to be I'm going to give you a couple minutes to think about it, but I'm going to make my change as soon as I see that you've thought about it. Hey, I see Tony is in the chat room. Okay, darn it. All these things are popping up that I didn't want in here. All these weird things. I don't know what this is all about. All right, there we go. All right, now, this weekend I stopped in to New Jersey, and I got to see some friends from years and years ago that I haven't seen in a long time, and in a wrestling promotion that I am working with, and, well, that I'm working in. We won't say with yet, we'll say in. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. These guys, boy, the faces have all changed. I recognized 4 people, I think, maybe less, but it was really kind of cool. And it was a Super Bowl party too, so it was kind of fun. Because I usually don't do Super Bowl parties because I don't usually follow the Super Bowl close enough to know what's going on. And this was exactly the same case. So, and by the way, just so you know, Amadeus I know Amadeus is watching too. I want to tell him that we can do calls, we can do video calls, so we can line up people and we can do it whenever you want, whenever in the next couple weeks. So, all right. Let's get things rolling here. The first thing we will talk about is, did she answer me yet? She did not answer me yet. Ashley, if you don't answer me, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to make a change on my list. Just tell me yes, that you're okay, or that you want to change yours too. That's the only thing I need to know. So, all right, we'll start the show now. I said that about 6 times now, just waiting for her to answer. Okay, all right, there's the stuff. All right, here we go. First story. There were shirtless fans escorted out of the Allegiant Stadium after running onto the field during Super Bowl. Oh boy. See, now I don't understand why anybody would do that. How do you do a video call? I can tell you very quick. Do you want to do a video call? Do you want to do one now? We can do one now. You just have to tell me that you want to. Because I've got the link if you would like to do one. And that would be a good experiment because I've never used it. And of course it would look really silly because if it don't work, I'm going to look really crazy. Well, crazier. But I would like to see it work. I want to see this thing working. So if you do want to do that, we can do that. You do want to do it. Okay, let me set it up here so that you can do it. And it will take me a very short period of time to do this. Let's see, we do this, and I do this, and I do this, only because I shut it down so I didn't need it. Then I do this, and come right up in a second or two. All right. So I'm going to give you a link that you need to click on, and that will make it work. Okay, so let's see. I've never done this before, so just hang in there. Let's see. You are. Okay. There you are there. And all right. All you do is click on that link that I just sent you, and you should come up. So as soon as I see you come up, as soon as I figure out where it is, where you're going to come up at, it's not going to be there though. Where are you going to be coming up at? You're going to be coming up. You should be coming up there though. Okay. So we'll start this without him because I don't know how this works exactly, but I know that it worked earlier today. All right. Let me see if I have to do this. I have to put another input up. I don't think I do. Wait, I see him. Oop, stop, back. Get back. Okay, it looks like you're on. Now the question is it going to come up with sound? Okay. You're in a dark room. Okay, now let's see if this works. Oh, hey. All right, so, if this works. Are you there?
I'm here.
I gotta figure out, where am I at? Oh, it looks like you're there. Wait, that's not you. Okay, hold on. Gotta think how this works. Oh, I know how to do it. Okay. There you are. Hi. Now let's hear you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Why
cannot hear me?
Hold on. Let me check something. Love this technology. Okay.
Yeah. Hello. How are you? Can you hear me?
Okay, they can hear you. Why can't I hear you?
I don't know. Why can't you hear me?
Okay, I gotta think this through. Hold on. Let me think.
Oh God, my hair looks like I'm actually bald.
What is missing?
Shut up.
You should see this, Cass.
I hear you.
See, look.
So.
Look at the screen.
Shush.
Oh,
look like I'm bald.
Let me check. Oh, let me do this. Change this.
Shut up.
Now I need to open this up again. And
yeah, I gotta cover this up. Here, cover this up. Move. Here, cover that up.
Okay.
I don't want to. That's. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing 1 2.
Oh, I can't hear you. Okay.
You still can't hear me.
Why do I do that? How do I do this? For some reason, I can't hear you. Everyone else can probably hear you. We can see and hear him. Well, that's great. I can't. I can see him, but I can't hear him. That's sometimes good. Let me see here. I got to... Let me see if I can wire this differently. Hold on. I will be with you as soon as I figure out what I'm doing.
Well, if everyone else can hear me and you can't, that might not be a bad thing.
This is the fun part about the show because every day's an opportunity to look stupid. And I've got to figure out how to send the audio because the audio's coming through. So I'm not getting audio. I'm the only one not getting audio. So it's got to be...
I wonder if my Bluetooth has a problem.
Okay. Or it is... let's see. How do we do this? Okay. There's another thing I need to look at. You look really cute on the screen there, although I can't hear a word you're saying. And you could be swearing. You could be saying any nasty things you wanted to about me. Let me try something, though. Hold on here. Let me see if we can do it this way. Wonder if I can do it this way. That would be really cool if I could. Hey, you there? Oh, I hear you. Wonder if I can do it this way. Or I hear me. Really cool if I could. Hey, you there? Oh, I hear you. Wonder if I can do it this way. Nope. Really cool if I could. Hey, there. I think I heard me, not you. Nope. Let me try. Okay, talk once. Still not hearing you. Why am I not hearing you? Okay, let me try something else. I got another thing up my sleeve here. Kill this. Got to be a way to turn the audio to... oh, that's what I'll do. I'll create an audio channel. That's what I'll do. All right, audio. Audio input. That would be it. And the audio device would be... what number are you? You are number 4, I think. See if this is it. Line. No. Why can't I? You're number 3, not 4. 3. Put it through there, maybe. No, I can't. Okay. Now let's do this. Okay. Why is it not working? Frustrating as anything. Let's see. Now let me put this. Okay. Now what happened here? Okay. Go back here. Can't understand.
Did that help at all?
You're not making noise. You should be making noise. You should be... I have audio attached to your thing here. Not it. Oh, I want this to work so bad. All right.
How are you feeling about breakfast today?
This would be it. It would be this one.
I think Bayless did good. Chips for breakfast?
Okay.
Would it be easier for me to just call?
No, I guess it's... Hey, call me. Call me. We could do it that way.
Okay. Then they're on the bottom, right?
Or I'll call you. We'll use your video, and I will do it this way. This is it. I should have thought of this. I should be smarter than that.
You've been hanging on me too much.
Let's see. All right. This doesn't have your phone number. What's going on? Try this. Oh, this will have it. Okay, now we got you. All right, we're going to try this. Pick up your phone. Oh. Okay. Hey, that's you. Now, yeah, but I lost you on the video now. Is that, were you on your video?
There we go. Did I? Damn it. Yeah, we did.
All right, so I don't get both of you. I either get your video or your audio.
I think you'd just rather have the audio. Much better.
Yeah, probably. All right, well, let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. So this is Amadeus on the phone. He wants to talk about a show we're going to do in a couple weeks. And I'm going to have to figure this video thing out, because if this video thing works, it'll be awesome, because we'll be able to do so much more than I've been doing for the past couple months or year or whatever. So
we could stream the show on your show.
Yes. Well, I could do that. That would be a little more complicated, but I could do that.
I figured that would give you, and both of us actually, more marketing.
Yeah.
You know, better, I'm not saying better quality, because you have a much better quality show. But, oh my God, now who's calling me?
Somebody wants you...
Flemington?
What?
Flemington, PA? A 610 number?
Oh, I don't know. That sounds like Philly.
Yeah, I'm not answering that.
Everybody wants you. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I just got done my second shoot job.
I'm about to put... hold on, I'm going to put a microphone on the phone so that we have a better quality. Hold on a sec. See if I can reach it without hanging myself. Here it goes. Okay. All right. Now I need to turn this on. Okay, now we should have a decent sound. Talk.
What do you want me to say?
I think
hello?
I think it's working. Okay. So tell me what's going on. Tell me about this show. Tell me about APP. Tell me about where it's going to be, what it's going to be, all that other fun stuff.
Not a problem. I'll be more than happy to. For everyone listening, including Mr. Trash, it's great to be... I'm exceptionally grateful to be back working with you again.
Oh, yeah. It was awesome.
That's first and foremost. We are Action-Packed Pro.
Yep.
With the wrestling being insinuated. We are bringing in a bunch of local independent names and some from far away. It's going to be a blockbuster killer show, to say the least.
Yeah, the one you're bringing in the furthest is me. I'm from Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got to fly you in. I got a couple people from Hollywood I'm flying in. Cole Calloway is one of them. We have a lot going on, and it's really, really going to be worth coming out. I mean, everyone says, oh, yeah, come to my show, it's going to be worth it. The card alone is going to be a blockbuster hit.
Let me bring. I'm going to bring up your the card or the poster. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Let me see if I can. Do I have that on my? I think I have it on my page, don't I?
There should be, because I sent you two of them. They're brighter backgrounds. I had to brighten them up a little bit.
Hold on, let me be back as soon as it comes up to me. Okay, here we go. We had snow today. Did you guys get snow?
We did. We got a nor'easter, actually. And it was done like 2 hours.
Yeah. I woke up this morning and I saw snow. I said, wait, what's this stuff? This isn't supposed to be out here. We're not supposed to have snow. But this year we've been lucky because it's not been real cold for February. So, I feel kind of glad that it could have been worse, because last year we got hammered with the cold, and we haven't gotten really any cold this year. All right, there we are. We're on my page now. Okay, now it's going to take a while. Let's see. Okay, let me see.
You see it?
There it is. Oh, nope, that's the other one. That's the other card I'm going to be on. Hold on.
Okay.
That's the... I went and posted funny things. It'll be here on my page in a second here. Just...
Okay.
I think I have it on here. Oh, see, I can't post that. I can't post anything on my page because they put me in Facebook jail, so I can't do anything.
Are you serious?
Yes, I've been in Facebook jail for 3 days.
Oh my God!
And I didn't do anything. That's a weird thing. I was out at a bar on Friday, and there was no cell service. I was trying to post something, and there was no cell service. And I get home, and I'm on Facebook jail, so I don't know what's going on.
Who knows?
Okay.
feelings got hurt on something and whatever.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything, so said something about
no,
it.
Your presence.
I don't know what it was.
It's just your presence.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just sucks because it's not supposed to be that way.
No, it's not, you know.
But go ahead, keep talking. Talk about the show.
Sure. Thank you. We are... I'll give a slight background. It really doesn't mean much, but it makes me feel better. I started it as a wrestling company called T2I. This is it. That was about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
We had 2 shows. The shows themselves were okay at best. I will say that now, that I will take the full responsibility of the failure.
Okay.
And we booked a decent show in the second one, but it just didn't work out the way we were planning on, hoping it would work out. So took a hiatus, got our ducks in order, made a lot of changes, both in the office and on the roster. And now that we're able to do better, we are doing better. I'm not saying that the previous roster was bad, because they were far from bad, but the talent now, some people stayed, some people didn't. We just had to make our changes. The booking itself, the booker changed. I'm no longer booking.
Okay.
I don't want to have to do it. It's too much. When I get too frantic, I just say yes to everybody. So the booker isn't going to do that. And I'm not releasing that name because I just don't feel the need right now to do so.
I understand that.
We have Sunday when we were all together. APP was given an opportunity that we're taking. So March the 2nd, we will be in Gloucester City, New Jersey. We'll be at what they call the Pine Grove Civic Association. There's a lot of wrestling coming out of that building, yes. However, the only wrestling worth watching, and I'm being, however you want to say this, selfish. I will tell you there's 2 companies worth watching. A Action Pack Pro on March 2nd at 1 p.m. We'll actually open the doors at 12:30. Bell will ring at 1 p.m. on the nose. We also have We Are One will be in the building, and Wrestling in Recovery will be in the building. And for anyone that anonymously is in recovery, someone will be there to help support you. That's what we are all about, is to help the community. It is to get out there and establish anyone who needs help in any way. We're not saying you have to come out. We're not saying we're going to target you by any stretch of the imagination. But if you need help in any way, whether it's alcohol, drugs, or any other kind of addiction, and you are seeking recovery, we are here for you. And that's what we're going to be standing by. The entertainment value of the wrestling itself, including Mike Trash and many others, it's to get you away from the monotony of life for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Give you 2 hours of action-packed fun. Enjoy storylines. Enjoy the newness of what we're going to do. This show means a lot to me. It means more to me than anything else, because now we've got people that actually care and are putting forth an effort to make it work.
Yeah.
And after this show, we're going to be taking the company up north, and we're shooting for more action-packed pro wrestling in Edison, New Jersey, and Avalon, New Jersey. Then we're going to be coming to Philly next year.
Awesome.
So we got a lot going on, like I said, and it's very, very overwhelming for me to digest it all. So I'm not going to spit out everything now. But tickets will be available at the door. They're $25 ringside and $20 general admission.
Okay.
Not bad pricing, I don't think. Especially for the names that are coming in. It's worth it.
Well, do you want to talk about some of the names?
Sure, thank you. There's a faction called CMD. not quite sure what it stands for, but it's Boomhearted, it's Deshaun Pratt, and Valentina Vasquez, all from Combat Zone.
Okay.
We have Cole Calloway, who hasn't been in this area in quite some time. He'll be managed by Mike Dalton, Hollywood Mike Dalton.
He's from Northern Hollywood, by the way, not to be confused with where I'm from.
Absolutely. We have the Dark Angel Slayer and his manager, Father Flanagan, who will be walking through the crowd asking for donations for the church.
Okay.
I don't know what church it is, but I'm sure there's a church of some sort out there that they're representing.
Okay.
We do have several of the Super Crazy students in the house. Sam Fawzy, who has multiple championships. We have TJ Reno, Devious Cass, main event Michael Morris, who's champion in other companies. I'm not dropping their names because there's no point in it. They're not helping us, so not being rude. It's just a lot going on. I can't emphasize enough that bell to bell, if you will, from the beginning to the end, you'll be on a roller coaster ride of excitement.
Okay. Sounds good.
And of course, myself, yours truly. And we're going to have Royal Money. He is a star. He's a star within himself.
Okay.
I really don't know much more other than that. We are going to have a huge battle royal, and I'll give other talent opportunity to shine, which is something we believe in.
That's good.
So besides the Hollywood stars shining.
Well, that's important to have the all levels of people, because some of the people are going on their way up, some of the people on their way down. So
yeah. I don't know if I'm on my way up or down, to be honest with you. Right now I'm at the peak.
I'd like to say that was the same for me, but that's not the case for me, because I've definitely surpassed my best golden days, so I can't move quite like I could 10 years ago or whatever.
Come on!
Although I'm lighter, so I should be able to move quicker. But yeah.
I would love to see you in a match.
Oh, you should have saw me with I took the Trash Talking Radio belt off of Ron Starr. You should have saw that. That was a good match.
Oh, really?
Yeah. More because of Ron Starr than me, but but you know, I'm not claiming to be a Ric Flair, but I'm saying I did take the belt off of him.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a highlight.
That belt to you are presenting Trash Talking Radio Championship to APP, yes?
We're in negotiations. You know, there's some things going on there. There's some things I don't want to talk about that, you know, I would prefer the people come to see what happens. But there will be something going on.
A little birdie has been floating around telling people that Lake Trash is after someone in APP, but we don't know who it is.
It might be you.
Well, if it's me, then I got my own problems.
It might be anybody. It could be the ring girl. You never know. It could be it's somebody that did me wrong, and I never really took care of business. You know. So,
this could be your golden opportunity to do so.
Yeah, it could be interesting, because I'm not affiliated with anyone there that we know of, but you don't know, because when Mike Trash is involved, there's lots of people that would gladly stand behind him, and there are a lot of people that would stand right nose to nose with him and would like to punch him right in the nose. There's a lot of people that it could be anybody. It could be you.
If it's me, I will be running the other direction.
I'm harmless, basically, sometimes. So
yeah, but see, I remember you from years ago, and if I remember correctly, you've always had someone who was 10 times bigger next to you.
Well, I don't usually, I don't walk alone. So.
No, you never did.
But, sometimes you don't reveal your cards until it's time. So.
Oh, no.
I don't believe in telling anybody anything at this point, other than just know that anyone could be on notice. So.
And then in itself is scary. Now, I do have a question for the Trash Talking Radio title.
Okay.
And what are the intentions for Trash Talking, Mike Trash? Hollywood Mike Trash, what are your intentions for ATP? Can you please tell your listeners, viewers?
Well, see, I can't tell them anything because there's too many people that could pass it on to other people. So, I mean, not intentionally. Nobody wants to intentionally do this, but you can't really, I can't really tell you who or what or when or where or how many. There may be more than one who. Because when I left the business, there were a lot of people that were happy that I left the business. And they had parties and everything, and they didn't even invite me. I mean, you have this party and you don't invite me? Come on. It's my going away party. Of course, I didn't have a going away party. They had a going away happily party. I didn't leave because I wanted to leave. I left because I had to leave. And there were a lot of things going on in my life that made me leave the business. And at that point, I felt that it was best that for my health and for everybody else's or other people's, it was time to go. And the biggest decision that people have to make in this business is when to go, because so many people stay in the business too long, and I stayed in the business just long enough to accomplish the things I wanted to accomplish. I wanted to hold a belt, I held a belt. I wanted to promote a belt, I promoted a belt. I wanted to work with some of the best names in the business, I got to do that. And I got to work with a lot of people that became friends of mine that I always admired when I was out of the business. I got to meet people that a lot of people today wouldn't even know who they are, but to me it was the best thing. Meeting Jimmy Valiant was one of the best things. Meeting Bruno Sammartino and interviewing him a couple times, that was an awesome thing. Talking to Hulk Hogan on my show twice, that was, a lot of people spread all kinds of rumors on how I got Hogan on my show, not once but twice, because Hogan has a very big price tag to do shows, and I can tell you, I didn't pay a penny for them either time.
Wow.
The thing is, the show was at a high point at that point, and I did a lot of stuff with wrestling. But when I moved away from wrestling, I moved totally away from wrestling because I was so disillusioned by a lot of the people I was working with. A lot of the people, like, I had a stroke in 2012, and at that point I was still doing the radio show, but I couldn't do it at my full capacity. I couldn't even speak without stuttering or without stopping for a second or several seconds. I mean, I couldn't make a complete sentence. And so at that point, I made a decision when I had some guys on, some wrestling guys, who I thought were my friends, by the way, and they were digging on me really bad after I had a stroke and I couldn't talk right. And that was the ending of my wrestling altogether, because I figure if these people are going to treat me like crap, I'd like to see them. Once again, I would love to see them. If I ever see them in the ring again, there's going to be a price to pay. So if you kick someone when they're down, be careful once they get up, because that's it. I have a couple. I have some dues that I got to pay. Well, not dues. I paid my dues. I mean, I paid my dues the hard way. I traveled 16 states, wrestled hundreds of different promotions, and these guys here never left the state. So as far as I'm concerned, I paid my dues, and if I'm coming back for fun, but I'm also coming back for retribution. So so whoever it is that did that, I'm putting you on notice, because there will be dues that they have to pay, or at least an apology at the very least. So you know it's not you.
All right, well, that's a good feeling. that sure is a relief.
Yeah, but I'm a good guy. Overall, I mean, even when I was in the business all the time, I never really targeted anyone per se. I just did my job. I knew what my job was. I did my job. And people that went and thought they were going to have a cakewalk when they were around me, if you weren't willing to work, I wasn't willing to work with you. And one of the things I prided myself on was that when you saw the match I was involved in, you were going to remember that match. If you were in the crowd, you were going to remember that I was there. And you may not like me, but you're going to remember I was there.
See, right there, that's something that has been brought up numerous times by yourself, by other names that are in the business. Ric Flair to be, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Dusty Rhodes. Those names, if you had said, wow, what's the favorite match you had on that card?
Yeah.
And I would say Ric Flair versus Dusty Rhodes, or I would say Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, or something to that effect. You remember those matches. You don't even know who won.
Right.
You just remember it was a killer match.
Right. I have a videotape, or actually a DVD, of a match I was in. It was probably around 2010-ish, and we were down in West Virginia. And it was a new promotion, and they had Ring of Honor guys they spent big bucks on, and they had a lot of guys that you would probably know their names. But we were in the match right after intermission, the first match after intermission. Now there's 4 matches that are key in every promotion. Your first match is one of the most important matches. Your match before intermission's very important. The match after intermission's kind of important, and then the main event. Well, we were right after intermission, and it was a 6-man tag. I actually was wrestling this match, and it was me and these 2 guys from the House of Pain. They're really, really nice guys and really, really good hard workers. And on the other side was, of all people, do you know Ellsworth?
Yeah.
He was one of them. His partner was Adam Ugly, and their partner was a singer in a rock band. And the reason this match came about was this rock band, who I'd never heard of, was playing this event. And I interrupted their event. I stopped the music. I said, what are you guys doing? What are you doing here? You don't belong here. This is a wrestling event. You don't even have a CD. And then I held up my CD, like me. And I started taunting him. And the guy got mad, and I said, well, what are you going to do about it? You want to fight me? And he got his friends, I got my friends, and we had a 6-man tag. It was a good match.
Wow.
And this is the first match that I ever won. I pinned him in my sleep. What happened was he put me in a sleeper hold, and I fell on top of him and pinned him. So
that's actually quite entertaining.
It was fun. It was a really fun match. That was his first match.
Wow.
And I took care of that to make sure that it looked good and felt good, and everybody had a lot of fun, and it was like I learned a lot of stuff in my time. I can put a match together that's entertaining with the right person, I remember a couple years before that, I wrestled a guy, his name was Trashy, and I had a loser has to change your name match.
Wow.
Well, needless to say, I beat him too. So,
right.
But it was a fun match, and it's funny because when I talk to him, he goes, "I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to jump off the top rope, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to throw you into the rope." I said, "No, you're not going to do any of that stuff."
That excites me so much when you get people, especially greenies.
Yeah,
they all say, "Oh, I want to do this," and they start rattling off all these things they're going to do, and it's like, brother, we have 8 to 10 minutes.
Well, here's the thing, that he was like, he didn't want to do what I wanted to do, but he did it anyway. And when we were done with the match, it went over so well. The crowd loved that match, and about 2 months later, I saw him in another promotion, and he came up to me and he thanked me. He said, "You know why?" I said, "Why?" He said, "Because you taught me I don't have to do all that." And it was a fun match. And, you know, the thing is, people don't seem to understand the high spots don't mean anything. It's a story. It's a story that we're telling. And we told a story without anybody getting hurt, because I didn't trust him to jump off the top rope. You kidding me?
No.
He was too green. I didn't trust him for anything. So I made it really simple. I learned some stuff off of a friend of mine who's no longer with us, but he taught me how to be smart, not work hard, work smart. And that's the way it is. And another person that taught me that was Jimmy Valiant. I mean, he was 70-something when I was seeing him do his stuff, and I just watched what he did, and I thought, wow, he only took like one bump in this whole match. I can do that. But it's fun.
That's the ongoing problem and situation. As younger talent, been there, done that. You want to do all kinds of flippy stuff, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Take all those bumps. When you get older, it's not even that we can't do it, but you realize the crowd, okay, you did 1,000 clotheslines, you took 1,000 bumps, and the crowd's like, okay, and now what?
And there's no story, and nobody tells
there
it.
isn't.
You know, and the story. The thing is, the story is more important than the acrobatics. To me,
it is.
You can go out there, and I can do a match, and I can do 2 bumps, and the crowd's gonna like my match as much as the guy that did the acrobatics and did the flips and the flops and all this stuff, because they're going to see all these acrobatics, but it doesn't tell a story. It doesn't tell me anything. You know, why are you after this person? What's this guy going to do? Oh yeah, he's an old man. He's a fat guy. There's no way he can do this stuff. Well, yeah, there is if you have a story about it. You know, when I was weighing 335 or whatever in the ring and doing these moves, I didn't have to do a lot of moves. All I had to do was tell the story. And the story, you know, it's funny, they're talking about the story with Cody Rhodes, you know. He's exactly right. It's the story. We got to tell the story. I don't want to see all the moves. If you want to see all the moves, go to see UFC.
Yeah.
Or something else. Pro wrestling's not about the moves. It's about the stories. And, you know, if more people understood that with their promotions, they'd probably have better promotions. You know, when you have these kids that have 2 years in and they're now running shows, they don't understand the story, the business, the real business of the story. They're going to be able to do all these moves, but they're not going to last like a Jimmy Valiant who lasted, you know, till he was 80 or whatever.
Well, that goes into a question, and it's more rhetorical. If you ask right now and get any feedback off your listeners, when you're watching wrestling, yes, we watch because it's a male soap opera, and everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question to them. Do you want to see the flippy shit that you're going to forget 5 minutes, or do you want to be taken on a story ride, like watching a movie?
Right.
And you can
you don't want to have every match the same, and everybody that goes out there and does all the same moves, but the thing is, it's nice because someone like me who can't do all those moves can look good because everybody's doing all those moves, and I take my time, and I can do things like eye rakes and rope breaks and things like that they're not doing, and they make me look fresh. So I don't care if they do it.
I was at a show 2 months ago, and I was performing in front of, another town. The character took them for a ride, and I had actually legitimately had a toddler that couldn't get any more than 4 or 5 years old flip me off. And right down the end of the row, I'm asking for this one kid to help me against this other kid. I'm selling. And this other child did the exact same thing, called me a loser and fat and all this other stuff. And I went, what? And the parents are apologizing. And I went, why are you apologizing? Your children are having a really good time. You're having fun. That's what I'm here for, is to make you smile and laugh and forget about your bills for 2 hours.
Right.
Forget the fact that when you go home, your car's broken down, the heater ain't working, your wife's mad at you. Anything, or if you have everything that's wonderful, great. Just take you on a fantasy ride of two people fighting for whatever the reason being, just to have a competition, or for a title, or just, oh, you slapped my girlfriend, I'm slapping you back. Whatever it is.
Right.
That's what we do. And quite frankly, if anybody's paying a ticket to see this, they're paying a ticket to be entertained.
Right.
That's all they want to do is get away. Hell, you could go to a movie, spend $35 a ticket, or I don't even know how much movies are nowadays.
Well, when you add those concessions in, it gets up there. It gets really up there quickly.
But if we go to see a movie together, okay, wonderful. But at the end of the movie, are you going to get a chance to meet the actors? No. Not at all.
Right.
You go scene to scene to scene to scene. I just watched Fast 10. Very disappointed in it. But besides the point, are you going to meet Vin Diesel or Colorado, whatever his name was? No. When you come to APP, you meet Mike Trash. You have an autograph with Mike Trash, with Amadeus, Michael Mars, with Boom Harden, so on and so forth. The names go on down the list. You get to meet these people, take pictures with them, autographs, and now you have an experience that you watch them wrestle. You can say hello. You can say go to hell. I loved your match. However you feel.
Right.
But you get to meet these people. You go to WWE, you're not meeting anybody. You just go to the show and do a brief section. That's it.
When I was a kid, one of the things that brought me to this whole thing was that my dad and I bonded over wrestling, and we used to be able to go to the Hamburg Fieldhouse and get autographs there. I got Larry Zbyszko's autograph like 20 times when I was a kid, and each time he signed his name differently. So it was funny how he didn't even know how to spell his own name. But like I was getting autographs. You get to walk up to the ring and get autographs at the ring. I was thinking that's the coolest thing. Can't do that nowadays, but it just was kind of cool when I was a kid to be able to take pictures back when we had to take pictures and get them take them in, get them developed and everything, and it was a different situation. But that's the thing I remember as my the thing that I did with my father. It was, and I remember sitting at the Zembo Mosque in Harrisburg, where they had wrestling by Capital Sports, which was Gorilla Monsoon's thing. I remember the Executioners were there one night. And the guys, like, people ran into the ring, and the Executioners beat the living daylights out of them. And they were hitting them with chairs. For real, they were hitting them with chairs. And the police came in there and dragged them out. I remember another time, Pat Barrett and Dominic DeNucci took on the Blackjacks. And I thought, oh, this is going to be great, because I really wanted to see, Blackjack. Oh no, I wanted to see the good guys, the Pat Barrett and them, and they got beaten by the Blackjacks. And my mother loved the Blackjacks and loved Pat Barrett. She was so mad at the Blackjacks, she ripped up their picture that she went and bought because the Blackjacks beat her favorite wrestlers. But that's what brought me to this whole thing. That kind of drama brought me to this whole crappy sport and made me want to do it, and I had the time of my life driving places, and just me and Cage, we were all over the place, man.
I couldn't tell you how much I appreciated being able, when I was younger, being on the road Friday, Saturday, Sunday, get home Sunday, get ready to go to do my shoot job on Monday morning, being sore as hell. Now it's got the family, married for the second time, got a beautiful daughter. I can't do it. But the thrill of running APP, the thrill of having the crowd out there chanting your name or booing you out of the building, there's nothing like that thrill. Nothing at all.
But you know that you did do that, and you had that experience, and same here. I mean, we drove down to Atlanta for one. Well, we actually stayed there for a week because we had 5 matches in 4 days.
Wow.
We drove down there and did center stage, where WCW did all their matches. We did center stage. That was an awesome thing. We got to go in that historic building, and that night it was a lot of legends, like Ted DiBiase was there, Virgil was there, Greg Valentine was there, Brutus Beefcake was there. All these stars that were big stars when we were kids. Well, when I was an adult, but still, it was just so much fun. And Superfly was there and all that, and it was the Triple X Church was the promotion, and they had Ron Jeremy was there.
Wow.
It was funny seeing all these guys. Anyway, while I did this match with, I was managing a guy that was a champion, the Southern Championship, and he was a name down there. I didn't really follow that area, but he was the champion, and he was taking on Brutus Beefcake. So like we're out there, and I'm like I was managing him, and I was looking at watching him fight, because I used to always really try to see what everybody does and how they all work and everything, and I'm noticing, man, they look like they're really tight in there, and I'm thinking, man, really looks like he's beating the living daylights out of him. And I thought, that's really cool. They got really tight in there, and he got thrown out of the ring, and I said, wow, you guys are really you look like you're really doing a good job in there. You guys are beating the living daylights out of either. I said, you guys look like you're beating each. He said, that's because we are. He said, Brutus Beefcake is slapping the living daylights out of me. I said, well, get back in there. Let's get this thing over with. He said, nope. He said, nope. He threw me in, and I thought, oh, great. He threw me in there so that I could take the heat. And he just left. He took me, and I thought, oh, man. That's great. I'm going to be the one that has to take the punishment for whatever you did. So we get in there, and Beefcake's like, and I'm thinking, I'm going to turn my back to him. I'll just let him put the sleeper on me. I'm going to turn my back to him. He flung me around, and I thought, oh, this is it. And I saw his hand, and he was coming right towards me, and I thought, I'm going to be knocked out. He knocked me down, and I think, okay, should I lay here and just let him pin me, or should I try to get up? I thought, nope, I'm not getting up. And he grabbed me by the hair, sat me up. I thought, oh, son of a gun, he's gonna do something else to me. Put me in a sleeper hold, and then he cut my hair. And as you can see by the back of my hair, it's never grown back. So
yeah, I noticed it. Which I do have a question for the viewers, the listeners. What kind of matches are they interested in to see, like hardcore or what kind of match? Not saying hardcore, but what would they be interested in seeing? What names would they be interested in seeing on shows?
Yeah,
there's just 2 questions, because if they say, oh, we want to see a bull rope match, or we want to see a table ladders and chairs match, or a simple I quit match, and we would love to see you have I don't know, I'm trying to think of a name. I'm not going to say John Cena, because that's not ever going to happen, but
Greg Valentine.
We would love to see Bruce Beefcake, Greg Valentine, or somebody from AEW.
Tito Santana.
See, that's what I want to know from the people.
Yeah.
Who do you want to see, and what kind of matches do you want to see? Because whatever you ask for, if it can be done, it will be done.
Yeah.
If they want to see a bull rope match, it'll happen.
I think it would be cool to see some of those guys, because they're not going to be around forever. I mean, we lost a lot of people in the past 10, 12, 15 years that wouldn't, I'm just thankful that I've got a chance to work with some of those guys. I mean, Snuka's gone, King Kong Bundy's gone, there's so many that are gone. Piper's gone. I met him at a show that we did around 2008, and it's just they're not going to be here, and there's some that we'll probably never get to see it live. Like, you'll never see a Hogan in a small venue.
No, you won't.
And you won't see Flair in a small venue. You have
a better chance of seeing Flair in a small venue than you do Hogan. It just seems like Flair is more willing to go out there and do things for everybody, where Hogan's ego doesn't allow it.
Yeah, and
I could be wrong about that.
They're playing on Netflix one of the 30 for 30 with Flair in it. And I watched it a long time ago, and I watched it again recently, and it's just heartbreaking when he talked about his son.
I did see that. Yeah,
it's really, and then to see Charlotte Flair when she was a lot younger.
Oh gosh, she was wowzers.
So I mean, it's just the thing is, wrestling will always be something. A part of my life in one way or another, because even when I was out of the business, I'd be watching it and I'd be like, I've been making appearances every once in a while just because I miss it. I miss the times that I had with it, and even after the matches were over, just like going out and having breakfast somewhere and just talking about things. But I just I wish that I was younger and could continue to do it the way I used to, but it was fun. I don't have any regrets with it. I just think that some of the things that that people are doing now, hey, they don't let them do it. I'll because that'll set me apart from them. I can always remember what I have done, and I look at what people have done, and a lot of the stuff is just recycled stuff, but a lot of the stuff is creativity. And that's the thing, when you're a creative person, you're creative, and regardless of what you do, whether I'm doing music or acting or whatever, editing videos and stuff, it's all a creativity thing. And if your creativity is acrobatics, hey, more power to you.
Right.
I will never be able to do that, but you'll never be able to sing like Led Zeppelin. So we all have our talents, and that's the fun stuff. And I really want to see this thing work for you guys. I think that you've got a great thing going, and you got a good reputation apparently, because these guys want to work with you.
I think it's a combination of getting my rep back, being through some hell and being away for so long, and now that people are realizing that I'm not a sideshow phony and this is going to happen, and several things that are coming through and actually working out. Also have just a good team to work with.
Right.
That alone says enough.
Yeah.
It's going to be simply amazing. I'm actually looking at the card now, the flyer now, and realize that Marie Valdemini's here, and Axel Lennox, Homeless Vaughn, TJ Reno, like I said earlier. There's so many people that we got going on. Mr. Ooh La La.
Oh no, you kidding me? He's there?
I'm dead serious.
Oh, I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's going to be coming down. There's just KJ Thrills. He just won a championship recently for another company. It's going to be an epic show, to say the least. And when I say epic, I truly, truly mean epic. And if you miss it, well, that's on you. I can't make you come, but you're going to definitely regret it if you don't.
I can understand that. I think that it's I'm real excited for you. This could be a good thing for the wrestling business. To have a different approach at things, and I think that you've got a lot of talented people that are going to help you build a program that will keep going.
If everything goes the way that we feel it's going to go, the sky's the limit. I've always felt that way. Just the fact of having this talent here, having the TV cast and the Rockets and the Vegas and the previous mentioned names, there's nothing we can't do.
Right.
And they're good quality people that are going to be doing what needs to be done. We're going to take this. They always say taking wrestling by storm. That was my feeling when I did T2I. Now, T2I still exists. It's the parent company, kind of like TKO is the parent company for UFC and WWE.
Right.
T2I is my personal thing using to fund APP. So if anybody wonders what's going on, that's what that's all about. This is a dream come true. And I'm hoping to be able to fulfill all of, when I say your, I mean the people that are listening now and watching this. I'm hoping to fulfill your needs, your wants, your fantasy in the matter of speaking of living vicariously through the talent that's in that ring and performing for you. That's what we're here to do. It makes me happy knowing that y'all are happy and that you will come back and you will be able to purchase another ticket at another time and be able to say, I remember that match or I remember that company.
Sure.
There's too many other companies in the area that just throw matches together, have wrestling shows, a little bit of storyline, and that's it. They set up for the night. They call it at the end of the night. That's all fine, well, and great. We're going to do the same thing. Yes, we're going to give you instant satisfaction. However, if you follow a certain wrestler, you're going to want to continue to follow that talent no matter where they go.
Yeah.
And we'll be on YouTube, and we'll keep on with our channel. And we have a company called ADHD Entertainment that's led by Deacon Frost.
Oh, I know him. Yeah.
He'll be filming everything, and he'll be out there doing what he does best. He's going to be doing a documentary on professional wrestling, independent pro wrestling, on the darker side of the ring for the indies.
Okay.
So he's going to be filming all of this stuff. I can't, I'm so excited about it that words can't really describe any more than what I've already said on how I feel. And I'm just hoping and praying that everyone who sees this enjoys what they see. And again, if you don't, and you're not happy with what you saw, let us know what you think. We listen to your opinion. We're not the WWE goes, oh yeah, we hear everybody cheering for CM Punk, but we're not going to hire him. That's not the way we are. It's if you don't like watching someone, legitimately don't want to see this person, tell us. If you're in love with someone, tell us. We do listen. We're not going to put this, have somebody win the belt just because that's what it's going to, things happen. Business has to happen. But we listen to the cheers, the boos, you know what I mean? Everything.
That's good. That's good. That's an important thing. I mean, a lot of companies do it their way, and that's it. If you don't like what they're doing, you don't have to buy their tickets. Some people,
exactly.
and it's, the thing is, some people, you got to do what they don't want so they come back too. But there's a certain amount of, it's finding that right leverage or the right amount of each of those things to do, and that's sometimes trying. But I think you'll do it. I think you're going to have a successful promotion, and it's going to be fun because you're going to make it fun. And you have some good people I met, and some people that I think are definitely in the right direction. So I didn't know a lot of people there because the names and the faces all changed since I was in there last. But the people
they have dramatically. Thankfully, I believe over everybody that was in that building. Whether I knew them because I knew them or I knew them by name, met them that night. We all connected. We all made connections, and we're all looking to work together for you, the fan.
Right.
That's what it's all about, is entertaining you, the fan.
Yeah.
I can't emphasize that enough. I feel like a broken record, but I just can't emphasize that enough.
Well, I think that you've got a good thing, and if I think you'll be able to do it. I think you'll be able to find the right mixture of things to make it successful. So, I mean, apparently the people think you do too. Apparently, from some of the things you've told me, they're coming to you and saying, hey, we need you to run some shows and stuff. That doesn't happen usually. Usually you got to work and work and work. Not that it's not work, but you got to work and make them believe you are worth your time. But you've already seemed to have done that. So that's a good thing.
It's taking a lot of hard work to do it. But yeah, it just takes a little bit of faith from anybody.
Yeah.
And take a look at what we're doing, and whether you're looking to invest and not buy in, but invest in the company by supporting it, by coming into the show, or a company that chooses to. Candle Express comes in and goes, "We love what you did. We saw how many people we have. We have a table." They know they're going to make money. They're selling candles, at the show. They're going to put tables out. That's something that I welcome. If people wish to bring a table for selling flowers, selling candles, LuLaRoe, goofy arts and crafts, whatever it may be, hit us up. Let us know. We can work something out. It's not going to be a free table, free space, but it will be something that we can work out. And you give us the money for it, you have your table, but now you're getting to see a show.
Right.
So now, whatever money you make off that table, if anything, I'm not promising you're going to make money, but if you make money off your table, that's yours to keep. You see a free wrestling show.
Yep.
So you're technically, yes, you're buying a ticket for the show, but you're putting out your merchandise.
Yeah.
I don't see a loss in there at all.
Yeah.
I really don't. If you make money, shit, you just made your money back.
I'm going to be bringing pictures of photo shoots I've been on. And if people want to buy them, they can buy them. They're going to buy 9x12s, and that's better than 8x10s. That's bigger and better.
Dude, I got to get my stuff together because I have no promos.
I have some just because I have. I just did my book for Hollywood recently, and I had a bunch of pictures left over, and because I had to figure out what until I printed them, I couldn't figure out which ones I was going to use. So I had a bunch of different poses and stuff that I'm going to sell, and people can have them and for a decent price. So
sweet deal. We do have. I don't know how I can get it out there, but we do have a Venmo. We are legitimate, obviously. If you were to Venmo the money over for a ticket, because I don't know how many more ringside seats we have left. I know they did sell Venmo over the money. That's great. We need your information. We don't need your telephone number, your address, or anything like that. But Mr. and Mrs. John Doe, 2 tickets, $25. So we know there's $50 already in the Venmo. So now it's 2 tickets for Mr. and Mrs. John Doe. When they get to the door, here's okay, you're Mr. and Mrs. John. Obviously, you're not just going to just say, "Hi, I'm Mr. and Mrs. John Doe." That's not the way it works. We need to know who you are. Get an idea of, okay, can you let us know, something about you that, so when you purchase the ticket, nobody can just walk in, claim it, your ticket, and that's it. It's, okay, Mr. and Mrs. John Doe, show your license, you see it, great, here's your ticket, that's paid for. Hell, we'll even reserve you. If you want reserve seats, we'll give you that too.
That's cool.
It's not that hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm pretty much, that's it for me. I mean, I couldn't say more than, I can't show you how much appreciation to you and to your audience, how much I appreciate the time that you allowed me to sit here and talk about this.
Well, I just wanted you to understand that there's very few people in this. I mean, I know a lot of people in this business, but there's very few people I really consider friends. And you and I have never had an issue. We've worked a lot of shows together. We've never worked against each other. We've never worked with each other, I don't think. But we've always respected what each other did, and so I just want you to know that I appreciate that you reached out to me and said, "Hey, you interested in being in this part of this show?" And I said, "I don't know, sure, why not?" But that doesn't happen. Usually, if I want to work, I have to go to somebody and I say, "Hey, can I work this show?" But it's nice when people remember you for what you've done, and they come back and say, "Hey, if you want to be part of this, you can be part of this," and here you go. And I appreciate the fact that you remembered me for good things and not bad things, and I remembered you for you.
I like that. Not good, not bad. Just you.
Just you. and I'm looking forward to it. It's just it's something I haven't done I've done about 2 shows a year since I left the business. And usually they're like the one was a fundraiser that I was helping a guy that was a big person in the business who just ran into some difficulties, and he almost died a couple years ago, and now he's trying to build himself back up, and I still do work for him, and I respect the guy so much and want to make sure that he's okay, and I gave him money and stuff, and I actually he's now in Allentown. He was in Maryland, but he's a
well, we can talk off air.
He's a guy that if it weren't for him, there were a couple people I have to thank if you want for being in the business. Sometimes I thank them, sometimes I don't, because sometimes I wondered why I was in this business. But there's a couple people in this business that helped me along the way, and Rob Noxious and I have been friends and enemies and frenemies and friends again, and he's a big part of this reason. Actually, he's a big reason I was in this business. John Rambo has been great to me. Doc Diamond has been great to me, and same with Mitch. And then I did a New York thing. Then I was out in New York, in Long Island. I worked with PWR up there, and I loved working that building. It was a great building. Then I worked ECPW for Gino. I worked a lot with him. You know, all these people that I've worked with were awesome people, and there were some people that I worked with that weren't so awesome. That one time Cage and I went to Indiana to work, and when we got there, the promoter said to us after we got there, "We hired Jerry Lawler, and we had to give him your money."
Oh!
So we drove all the way to Indiana so that Jerry Lawler could be paid with our money, and so we stayed and we did the show anyway, because we figured, what the heck, you're already there, we might as well do it.
Yeah, you're only out there anyway.
But it was a good time, but it just was kind of sucky, and so I mean, I've got a lot of experiences that I'll never forget, and a lot of stories that I can go on for days talking about things that have happened and things that happened in and out of the ring, and some of the promos I did, like when Ron Starr and I had our feud there, and that was a great feud, and I love the fact that I had a chance to be in the business that I always loved as a kid, and probably wrongly should have never been in the business, but I loved it so much that I would have done anything to be in it. And I blew my rotator cuffs out 5 times, so I mean, they're still not good now. But actually 4 times, because the one time the guy didn't operate on it correctly. So, the thing is, I have war wounds like everybody else, and I wouldn't trade them. I wouldn't trade anything that I've done in this business, because it made me who I am. And it helped me with the acting. Strangely enough, I never would have thought that, but the people that I've acted for said, "How'd you get to be so good?" Well, I said I did it for 12 years. I did live theater for 12 years, whether I liked it or not.
Well, I did for 20. I think I'm at 27 years.
Well, if I didn't take a break for the past for the last. What is it, 2024? I took 12 years break.
I think I took off and on about 6 years. My shoot job, just the schedule and the on-call, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And the depression and blase, and finally got out of that. And now here I am at 47. And starting a promotion up again, it's like, wow, okay. It's just something that keeps my blood flowing. It makes me tick, and it keeps a smile on my face.
Well, that's good. That's all that matters, is that you're happy, and you've got a beautiful family and beautiful wife, beautiful girl. It's just you got a lot of things to be thankful for, and I'm happy to see that you're still out there and doing well, and it makes me happy to know that you're doing all right.
I couldn't thank you more for answering the phone and agreeing to be a part of this.
Well, there aren't many people that want me anymore, so, you know, and I'm just old and decrepit and...
Oh, God, here we go. Old decrepit, wah. On that note, I'm going to bed.
Hey, at least I stay up late and... Well, okay, I get up early. I get up late too, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, if everything goes the way it should, the way I think it's going to go, Thursday I'm going to be up in New York for a TV show that's going to be on Netflix. So
nice.
if it all goes the way it's supposed to go,
you going to be in Times Square, or are you going to be Central Park?
I'm going to be going to Brooklyn to do a fitting, and I don't know where. I don't even know what the name of the show is, to be honest with you.
They don't tell you.
Yeah.
Once you're up there, I mean, I've seen working at the last shoot job I was at. I was in New York quite often, like twice a week. Everywhere from Times Square, Brooklyn, Albany, I've been all over New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, what have you. But whenever I was in New York, you would see the signs, whether they're green or yellow, orange, bright colored, neon signs with movie films or TV show being filmed for Netflix. And I'm like, okay, you see all the production trucks. And the funny thing is, you see the big magnetic sticker sign type things you throw in like the back of a truck or back of a car,
right?
Cover up. So it's on there, Netflix Productions over top of whatever truck that belongs to.
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Whatever.
Hey, whatever it takes, I'm just, I'm very happy about it. And I was getting worried about, I hadn't done any work in January, and I thought, oh man, I can't go I did 4 movies last year. I gotta get things in gear so I get to do stuff again. So this will be my first thing this year, and hopefully it'll be. We're working on getting an agent. Hopefully things work out, and we'll start doing things on a bigger scale. So
that's the goal for APP, is to, being the TV doesn't seem to be the big deal anymore.
Yeah.
The ultimate goal for APP, and it's not going to happen overnight. I'm fully aware it's not going to happen overnight. Is to get on a stream. I want to get APP streamed, whether it's on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu. I don't care what network it's on. I do care. I shouldn't say I don't care. My goal is to get onto one of those streaming services and do what Al Snow pulled off.
Well, I mean, make sure they're all high quality videos too, and you'll have a better shot at it. So there's a lot of companies out there with a lot of money, and take a look at what happened to Ring of Honor. I mean, they were in serious shape, they were going to go under, and if it weren't for Tony Khan buying them, they would be gone. So
that's a shame. But when they went to TV is when they went downhill.
Well,
they're just your Bristol Independent. They're much better.
Right. Well, I mean, the thing is, it depends how big you want to get to maintain a certain visibility. There's certain things you got to do. I mean, without television, you're just like an ECW without the TV. I mean, if you don't have TV, you can only grow so much. You can grow with loyal fans, but there are people that aren't from Philadelphia area that would never have seen ECW, but then it grew beyond the local circuit, and then it grew too big to sustain itself. So that's the problem. You either got to do it on which level you're on, or on AEW or WWE level. So you got to, there's no room between there, because you either have money to go on TV and do it right, or you don't. So
the other issue I think that made ECW fall down was overpaying the talent. You can't overpay talent. You can't give them too much, because then you won't have enough to make the actual company survive.
Right. It's hard to find it. But it's hard to find that space that, how much is too much, because I mean, those people were really crazy and did a lot of the stuff that a lot of people shouldn't have done. And a lot of those people are dead now because they hurt their bodies so bad, and they were just a niche thing. And it was great for the time, but you can't. I mean, the problem is everyone then tried to copy that, and a lot of people got hurt because they wanted to be a copy of that. You can't be a copy of something. They were original. I love that. I was there from the beginning. I watched them from the beginning, and I wasn't in the business then, but I wanted to be in the business really bad, and I knew the promoter, and it just that was a flash in the pan, but it was a needed thing because all those people that worked that became bigger stars, and actually the biggest star is Chris Jericho out of all that mess.
Yeah, good
Well,
point.
actually, maybe Stone Cold, but for longevity, Chris Jericho.
Longevity's Jericho.
Yeah.
He got his own cruise line, dude. Come on.
Hey, I had him on the show, and he was awesome. He was one of the best guests I could have ever had. Him and Bret Hart were two of my favorite guests that I ever had. So
I would love to meet Jericho. He's a bucket list.
He was great. Actually, this is the last story I'll tell you, and then you can go. When I had him on the show, he said, "I can't do the show until Friday." I said, "Well, my show's Tuesday." I said, "I'll tell you what. I'll have a special Friday show." So I had a special Friday show, and we were sitting here waiting for him, and he was going to call in. So he called in early, and he said, "Look, I'm going to be on the show, but I'm doing a run-in, so I can do it. I can call you back when I get back from the run-in." so like we're sitting here, we're like, "Is he going to do it?" So we did the show, and we're talking and making things up while on the way, hoping he'd call back. And you know what? He did. He called back, and not only did he call back, he was the greatest guest because he was so cool. And I said to him, "We have some things in common." He said, "Oh yeah, what's that?" I said, "Well, we're both in wrestling." I said, "You're a little more popular than I am." I said, "We're both in music. You're a little more successful than I am." But we still have that in common. But just kind of funny because, I just thought I just really, really, really enjoyed his interview because he was real. And he wasn't trying to pretend he was something he isn't. And he was one of my favorite all-time people to talk to. So, only second to you. But that's,
Yeah, Jericho did take precedence over me. That's fine.
No, he never asked me to come back into the business, either business.
Okay, then the hell with no.
I think he was afraid I was going to top him in my special appearances, but you never know. But,
you don't know.
Yeah, he's a great guy, though. All right, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get on with the show, and I'm glad you got a chance to call. I'm going to figure out how this thing works before next week, hopefully, and I'm going to figure out why I couldn't have you on your phone. So it could be a phone thing, too. It might be that you can't call in on a phone. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out, though. I'm going to figure it out so that we can do this right for the next time.
Sounds good, my friend. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you to all your listeners and your fans and your audience for having me and putting up with my wah-wah. I'm looking very much forward to March 2nd and hope to see everybody there.
Well, why don't you tell everybody where it's at so that we know?
Sure. I apologize. Again, it's March the 2nd, 1 p.m. bell time. It's at 827 Jersey Avenue in Gloucester City, New Jersey. It is called the Pine Grove Civic Association. It's a small little VFW hall on Jersey Avenue. You can miss it if you're not looking for it, but I will have signs out saying Pro Wrestling here. Doors open at 12:30. We will have a little meet and greet type of thing. There will be tables inside for people to check things out. It is also, like I said, Wrestling Recovery, and one will be there. I just can't wait to meet everybody and say hello and entertain you.
Okay, that sounds good. I appreciate you coming on the show, and I will talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate you, too. Have a good one.
Take it easy.
All right, bye. So there you go. That was Amadeus. So I've known him for, a long time. But he reached out to me Well, he reached out to me, I think, in the fall, and I was in between things, and we started talking, and little by little, he just asked, what I was into doing, and if I wanted to, be part of it. And I said, yeah, why not? So we'll see what part I will play in the future, because it will be interesting what I end up doing for them. And so we'll see how well it gets together. But it's kind of cool, because I've known so many people in this business, and when I left the business, very few of them even checked on me. And I left under very trying circumstances, and no one really knew why I left, because I don't know, it was kind of low key, and I don't really share a lot of my life with people. So a lot of people didn't realize what I was going through, and a lot of people were probably happy I got out of the business. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy I was in the business. I'm happy I got a chance to participate in the business, and well, whatever it takes for me to go through this, it'll be fun being back a little bit in the business. So I really am looking forward to it, and kind of exciting because I've missed it so much. I mean, when you're in a business like this, it's easy to miss it. It's easy to know that what you did affected people. A lot of people liked what I did. A lot of people didn't like what I did. But it's important that I did what I did, because it entertained. So that's the key to this business, is being entertaining. And a lot of these people don't seem to understand it. It's not always about winning. It's about entertaining. So anyway, all right, let's go on to something else, something more interesting. All right, so I started talking about these fans in the Allegiant Stadium that ran out into the field, and they were tackled by security during the third quarter of the game. I don't understand why somebody would do that, but just something that doesn't make sense to me, because I've never been one to try to get in trouble for anything. I mean, not on purpose. I try to stay within the rules of things. That sounds weird talking about that when I was just talking about being a heel or being a bad guy. But it says here, 2 shirtless fans were taken away in handcuffs after running onto the field during the Super Bowl on Sunday. So I wonder if this is going to let me post this on Facebook. Probably won't, but we'll try it. Let's see if it does. Let's see what it does. Will it be? It says your message could not be sent. Have reported. Oh yeah, I'm still reported as abused. I abused the system somehow. I don't know how I abused it. Actually, one thing that was interesting was that Friday I went out to see JJ Rupp, who is a musician who I've become friends with, and he's a cool guy. He is unbelievable the way he plays. I've seen him play with a band. I've seen him play by himself. He's just, if you ever have a chance to see him, go. You'll love this guy. He plays all kinds of music. He's known for his country, but I don't like country, but I really like him. He plays everything. It's fun to watch him play because he's such a good player. His fingers just, he's just so good. I can't understand how anyone can play as fast as he does. And when he's playing by himself, he's the only one that can make the music, and so he can only count on himself. But he's so good, and I know his father's good, but he's probably better than his father. I guess I won't be posting anything, so I'll just do the show as if there's no postings, even though there is. Even though I can't post anything, it really irritates me because they went and did this to me and didn't tell me why. Okay, Travis Kelce. Now, one thing I disliked about the show was about the Super Bowl was that all the way through the Super Bowl, for those of you that don't know, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are a thing. And Travis Kelce is with the Chiefs. So every time a play went on, they would shoot into the audience, or not the audience, but into the Kansas City Chiefs corner, and they would go straight to Kelce. And I don't care what Kelce thinks about the play. I just think we overdid it with showing him in the stupid thing. You know, it's one thing if you show him and you think that's cool, but to show him after every freaking time that they went into the audience, every time they went into the Kansas City Chiefs area, he was the guy they would focus on, even though he had nothing to do with it. And so that just kind of frustrated the living daylights out of me. I just really didn't want to see Kelce. I don't dislike him. I just felt that it's overkill. We don't need to see him. So anyway, Kelce was fuming on the sideline as the Kansas City Chiefs fumbled the ball in the red zone, bumping Andy Reid and screaming in his face, nearly knocking the coach on his butt. The incident went down during the second quarter of the Super Bowl after the Kansas City star Isaiah Pacheco turned the ball over deep into the Niners' territory. I don't know. Like I said, I am all over this Kelce guy. I don't want to see him. And fortunately, hopefully, we won't have to see him for at least 9 months. So, his girlfriend was also in the news. Surprise there. Taylor Swift polishes off the Tokyo show and rushes to catch a flight to the Super Bowl. So, now there is some heavy stuff there. I mean, this girl just got done playing in Japan, and now she's going to fly home to the Super Bowl. That's a woman that that every guy wants. A woman that's going to just go above and beyond, and she's going to fly halfway around the world just so she can see her boy do his thing, so she can see her boy on the camera because he's not out on the field. Jeez. Taylor Swift just wrapped up her 4th and final concert in Tokyo. Now she's rushing to her biggest show, rushing to her biggest show back in the States, the Super Bowl. Check out this video of Taylor. This is her. I'm not going to play it because I'll just get in trouble if I play it. But she actually flew all the way from Tokyo just to be back at the Super Bowl. What kind of money is that? I mean, that's got to be a lot of bucks just to fly back to see her boyfriend. I mean, not that she's hurting for money or anything, but that's crazy stuff. So it's good that she's happy, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, that's that. Okay, here we go. Drop this. Okay. There we go. And this too can be dropped. I'm closing Windows, that's why it's got a bunch of stuff open here. Okay, I said I want that. Okay, there we go. All right. Since I didn't hear back from her, from Ashley, I'm going to take and change my my death pool. Now, for me to do this, I need to do this, and I need to let's Let's see. Maybe I can. Oh, maybe I'll wait on that. Maybe I'll wait on that. I think I'll wait on that. Yeah. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to let her go. I'm going to be all right. Okay, here we go. A couple has sex in the open while Travis Scott's Vegas show. Some people have a lot of guts, and I can't imagine, like, having sex during a show. Okay, here we go. Here's the deal. It says, Travis Scott, his music is an aphrodisiac. At least it seemed that way for one couple who got hot and heavy for their hotel room with the window wide open. Here's the deal. The rapper took the stage at the Akasan nightclub at the MGM Saturday night to perform a few songs ahead of the Super Bowl. I don't even really want to look at this picture, but it seems to be the one I've got to watch. While busting out a few songs, fans there to watch TS got a totally different kind of show, the kind you usually have to pay money for. So if you check out the video, it appears that the couple was getting down and dirty at a hotel, at one of the hotel rooms overlooking the venue, and they weren't shy about having an audience. Unclear if the couple was aware that they were so visible, but it definitely seems like it'd be obvious to everyone that everyone could see them. Hotel room windows usually aren't tinted. And it says some of the performers apparently addressed the erotic display on the mic, with one of the performers saying straight up, "That boy's a legend." People on the social media, however, were up in arms, calling the whole thing uncomfortable and expecting people to have a bit more common courtesy when it comes to those intimate moments. You know, the thing is, people don't care. You know, they're going to do what they're going to do, and they don't care what we think. So, you know, that's the bottom line. Okay. Then, says here, Deadpool 3 trailer includes surprising connection with the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, I didn't realize that they were going to do anything with the Incredible Hulk. It says here, Deadpool and Wolverine is the lone film from Marvel Studios hitting theaters this year, and the Disney-owned studio has started marketing the picture in earnest during the Super Bowl and released its first teaser from Ryan Reynolds' vehicle, giving fans of the Marvel Universe their first look at the movie. The movie revealed Pyro, which is Aaron Stamford, will make his return to the world of X-Men, having appeared in the 2008 X-Men The Last Stand. The trailer, believe it or not, had a direct reference to the events of Marvel's Incredible Hulk 2008 movie. And in one of the last shots of the trailer, Deadpool has been knocked to the ground by off-screen Wolverine in a shot, and tattered copy of Marvel Comics Secret Wars #5 can be seen. And while that's an Easter egg on its own, eagle-eyed viewers also noticed a fictional Brazilian soda from the Incredible Hulk can also be seen. On top of that, it's a full bottle of Pingo Doce, a green nectar that played a pivotal role in the plot of the Hulk. Can also be seen. So there you go. Who all's in Deadpool 3 so far? We've got we're certain most of the actors who appeared in the first Deadpool movies will reprise their roles in the threequel. They also join Hugh Jackman, reprising his fan favorite role of Wolverine from 20th century's X-Men franchise. And other familiar faces include Leslie Uggams, I don't know how to pronounce that, Uggams, which is Blind Owl, Karen Sony, Dopinder, Marina Baccarin, which is Vanessa, Rob Delaney, which is Peter, Brianna Hildebrand, which is Negasonic, Teenage Warhead, Shlo Kusani, which is Yukio, and Stephanie, I can't pronounce the last name, as Colossus. So, Levy directed the film. From the script, he wrote with Reynolds, Zeb Wells, Rhett Reese, and Paul Wenrick. Deadpool 3 is set for July 26th. I will see that as soon as it comes out. I love Deadpool. That was a great movie. One was better than 2, but it was really good. Shooter at Joel Osteen's megachurch was Palestinian. With Palestine on a rifle, had mental health issues. Well, most people that shoot people in a church have mental health issues already. So that's the situation with that. It says here, the woman who opened fire at Joel Osteen's packed Houston area megachurch on Sunday identified authorities as Genesee Yvonne Moreno, 36, previously penned anti-Semitic writings and recorded history of mental health issues, used a weapon with a Palestine sticker in the brazen attack. Moreno entered the Lakewood Church just before the Spanish language service was due to begin at 2. With a 7-year-old boy, and opened fire as hundreds of people were taking their pews. 2 off-duty officers working security at the church, Houston cop Christopher Moreno, who's not related to the shooter, and Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commissioner Agent Adrian Herrera returned fire and fatally shot Moreno. The young boy, who's currently fighting for his life, sustained a gunshot wound to the head. Police Chief Tony Finner said on Monday he remains hospitalized in critical condition. When asked whether the child was shot by an officer, Finner declined to speculate, but said on Sunday the female, that suspect, put that baby in danger. I'm going to put the blame on her. So I don't understand the whole thing. If you don't agree with somebody's church beliefs, don't go to that church. Don't go open firing at people who don't believe the same things you do. You don't have the right to make those decisions. And I don't get it. I don't understand why people are that adamant about what they stand for. Let the people do what they got to do without hurting others. All right, next one. Okay. Let's see. So Trump is in the news again, although nothing like his normal stuff. Says Trump's Palm Beach, Florida mansion relists with a $10 million price hike. So I guess he thought that it's worth more money. The mansion, now asking $59 million, belongs to to an entity tied to the Trump Organization. It was previously home to Donald Trump's sister. That's a pretty nice looking house. Wow. That's what a $10 million house looks like. I don't know. The oceanfront property in Palm Beach, Florida, that's a long-standing piece of the family property portfolio of former President Trump, reappeared on the market on Monday for $59 million, an 8-figure price jump from its last ask. The Bermuda-style spread is owned by a limited liability company managed by Eric Trump that lists Trump Organization headquarters as Trump Towers in Manhattan as its mailing address. The entity acquired the 8-bedroom home for $18.5 million in 2018, purchasing it from Donald Trump's sister, Marianne Trump Barry, a retired federal appellate judge who had owned the home since 2004. At the time of the deal in 2018, Eric Trump told Mansion Global in a statement that it was a great honor to have purchased one of the finest mansions in Palm Beach. That's a lot of home, though. Jeez. I remember what a $1 million house was like a lot of money. Now it's like $1 million house means nothing. Makes me feel poor. I am poor, but I mean, I'm not poor. I'm okay. 18-year-old woman dies after jumping from a New York building. I don't know, NYU, New York University building, I guess it is. An 18-year-old woman died after jumping from the 5th floor window of a New York University art building on Saturday night. Police responded to a 911 call of a jumper down around 7:30 p.m. at the NYU building, Barney building at Stuyvesant Street, which houses the art department studios. The young woman was found outside the building, unconscious and unresponsive, with severe trauma to her body. Gee, I wonder why, just because she jumped out of a 5-story building. She was rushed to Bellevue, where she was pronounced dead. The investigators later determined she had leapt to her own death from a 5th floor window of the 6-story building. That's horrible. I can't even imagine what it feels like to jump out of a building like that, and I hope she died quickly, because that would have been painful if she had to live through it. I heard a thump and a girl screams. It says here, my roommate asked someone, and someone said they jumped off and landed on the triangle area. So it said here, police were on the scene. We're investigating a blood-splattered area just outside the fencing. That's just a shame. I can't even imagine, what goes through your head. I mean, I would want to die quickly. If I was going to die on something like that, I'd hate to think that I bounced off of something and was still alive and paralyzed or something like that. Oh, it's just a shame. A 72-year-old granny was absolutely furious after a teenager groped her in Long Island at a Target. Jeez. Why would a teenager do that? 72-year-old was groped in a Long Island Target, and the woman was shopping for her grandson's birthday gift inside the chain on November 21st when Michael Harrison, 19, allegedly forcibly grabbed her in a sexual manner. The shopper who spoke said that the perv brushed up against her twice before going back to touch her. I said, no, the station, adding that she's absolutely furious about the attack happening. That's what angers me. How can I go in a public place like this and get molested, said the lady. I don't know. I don't understand. Oh, and this must be the kid. Why would you? I mean, why would you do that? That just is wrong. The world's really gone to crap. To actually molest a grandmother. 72, she could be a great grandmother. Amazon woman, Amazon worker. 23 needs 110 stitches after an unprovoked slashing. He wanted to cut me, according to this. You don't mess with Amazon workers. There are people. There are a lifeline. Get yourself a package or something. Don't cut somebody up. We need those people. A stranger slashed an on-duty Amazon worker, leaving him with a 6-inch gash that required 110 stitches. William Herrera, 23, was walking back to his work van after delivering packages on Valentine Avenue near East 203rd Street in Bedford Park around 3 p.m. January 24th, when the menace approached and slashed him without warning, according to the New York Police Department. Surveillance footage obtained by the network shows Herrera standing with his back turned, facing his white van, when a man appearing all black, including a ski mask, suddenly walks up to him and slices his face. Jeez. Just what is wrong with these people? The worker instinctively runs away to avoid the attacker. Herrera, a dad of a toddler and another little one on the way, told the network that it seems the suspect wanted to do harm because he didn't try to rob him. Yeah, I mean, geez, what did you want to get out of the whole thing? The van was completely open. He could have took whatever out of the van that he wanted. He took nothing. He just wanted to cut me, I guess. Jeez. People just amaze me. I mean, why do you just... I mean, he could have possibly targeted him because he knew he was going to be there, because he had a mask on. Who knows why he was targeted? All right. Sex-crazed tourist filmed making whoopee on a Thailand beach as others look on and laugh. See, I wouldn't want to be laughed at while I'm having sex. That would be really hard for me to maintain my stamina. But Thailand seems to have a little more freedom than we do. Thailand's Sin City is once again living up to its lavacious reputation, as yet another couple of tourists were caught taking advantage of the picturesque shore as the spot for the passionate round of lovemaking. Months after another couple outraged officials with some sandy hanky-panky, the latest naked pair were spotted blatantly fornicating under the streetlights at Pationa Beach, a popular tourist destination dubbed Sin City for its baldy bars and massage parlors. The couple seemed unbothered by the 1-minute video as other beachgoers sitting just yards away from the pair took on and laughed. Is this normal for Patagonia? Patagonia? Well, I guess it might be. If provoked, it provoked shocked comments as why not go to the hotel with such a performance? And what kind of people are these? Well, personally, I mean, you can have sex in your hotel anytime. You can't have sex on the beach anytime you want, unless you get the drink. People are crazy. I couldn't do it in front of that many people. That would be. I mean, I've been to swingers clubs, but I never did it in front of anybody. I just went into a room and did it. I couldn't imagine doing it with like people watching. The rendezvous occurred on a strip of Jumaton Beach, home of the high-rise condominium hotels and restaurants, and not far from Patagonia Water Sports Complex. The popular strip is flooded with locals and tourists at all hours of the day, and late into the night, including the estimated 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. time frame. It's also a well-known spot for public You know, it's funny. I remember when I was working way back in the long time ago, there was a couple that was caught having sex on a Florida beach, and they wanted to throw them away without the key. I was like, really? This is kind of crazy that they got all upset about this. I mean, it was a secluded beach, and all of a sudden they wanted to have these guys thrown in jail and all that stuff. Anyway, I just can't imagine doing that in front of that many people. But then again, I'm just a regular guy, I guess. I don't need to show anybody anything. All right, now, next we got... Oh, this is weird. Driver hops in a stolen car, hops curb in a stolen car, narrowly missing running down a woman and her dog. I mean, if you're going to steal a car, at least let the people be alive. I mean, you don't need to run people over. When wild video shows a woman and her dog narrowly dodging a suspect who plowed down a northeast DC sidewalk in allegedly stolen car while trying to escape from police. Evelina Voronina. Evelina Voronina. Evelina Voronina told Fox News that she was out doing yard work on Saturday and she had let her 3-year-old dog Luna out when they heard a loud commotion coming around the corner. According to the police, someone reported their blue Hyundai Tucson had been stolen around 10 that morning. Just before 4 p.m., officers were canvassing a neighborhood when they spotted the stolen car and attempted to pull the car over, but the driver fled. Video shows Evelina turn around, snatch up her dog, and run to the front steps of the porch. And then what happens? Seconds later, the suspected stolen car comes speeding down the sidewalk as the police give it chase. And being angry or mad is not going to really do anything to this person. I'm sure they feel lousy about what happened too. She's lucky that she didn't get creamed and her dog didn't get killed or whatever, but fortunately, that was not the case. Fortunately, the dog and the girl were okay. All right. Now this story, this story is so weird. I'm not even sure what to think of this next story. California parolee stole $900 in Lego sets. Jumps out of a moving car during the police chase. What is going on with this world? If I'm going to go to jail, it's not going to be over Legos. It's going to be over something, better be a lot of money. There's no way I would do anything. I mean, I love Legos. Don't get me wrong. Legos were probably my favorite toy as a kid. But I'm not going to jail for Legos. Thief's on parole. So this is not his first offense. He probably stole Legos before. Stole $900 worth of Lego sets from a California store before leading the police on a car chase over Legos. These are Legos. What in the world is going wrong with this world? See, it says officers in San Francisco suburbs were called to a store in response to a report about burglary. And it says here, store staffers said that the thief took $900 worth of Lego toys. They gave authorities the description of the suspect and the Hyundai Sonata. Wait, wasn't the other car a Hyundai too? And with a reported stolen license plate waiting outside. Police unit spotted the stolen vehicle and attempted to stop the driver, resulting in an 11-mile chase. During the pursuit, the male passenger jumped out of the Sonata as it was driving 50 miles per hour. Jeez, over Legos. I wouldn't go to jail for Legos. Officers continued to chase until the driver lost control and crashed into a retaining wall. Wait a minute. I thought they just said he jumped out. Stolen police attempted to resolve. Okay, see. Wait, hold on here. Did I read this wrong? It says here, police unit spotted the stolen vehicle and attempted to stop the driver, resulting in an 11-mile chase. During the pursuit, a male passenger jumped. Oh, okay. He wasn't a driver. He just was a passenger. Officers continued the chase until the driver lost control and crashed into a retaining wall. The unidentified suspect was arrested and taken to the hospital. He had 2 outstanding arrest warrants for grand theft and traffic-related offenses. And Legos. Jeez. This world is just... I don't know what's going on with this world. Why do people have to... I mean, if you're going to steal something, you better... I'm going to only steal something worth something. Legos are not worth that kind of money. It's a world that's... It's got to be... The apocalypse is coming. It's going to end up soon. Just crazy. What'd you go to jail for? Oh, I murdered some people. What did you go? Oh, I stole a bunch of Legos. Jeez. This is probably one of the weirdest stories I've heard. Passenger dies mid-flight after liters of blood erupts from his mouth and nose. So if you're in a flight, now I'm going to be in a flight in a couple of weeks, and I better not see anybody bleeding liters of blood on this flight. I paid a lot of money for this flight. I don't want any issues like that. Passenger on board a Lufthansa flight from Thailand to Germany died Thursday, after his fellow travelers watched in horror as blood gushed out of his mouth and nose. The unidentified 63-year-old German man was seen boarding the Airbus A380 in Bangkok shortly before midnight, visibly sick, with cold sweats and breathing much too quickly. At first, she said his wife claimed they had to rush to catch the flight, which is why he wasn't feeling well. But after watching the man for a few moments, Miss Felder, who is a nursing specialist at the University Hospital in Zurich, said she informed the flight attendant that he had needed to be examined by a doctor. A young Polish man answered the call, but he reportedly asked the man how he was feeling, felt his pulse, and said he was okay. Oh, that's not a good doctor. I wouldn't want to go to him. They gave him a little Chardonnay tea, and he spit blood into the bag that his wife held out for him. And soon blood started spilling out of his mouth and nose. It was absolute horror. Everyone was screaming. Whew. He claimed that the man lost liters of blood, some of which splattered the walls of the plane. Man, I wouldn't want to take that flight. Talk about, if you imagine the next flight they were on, they would see the blood splattered all over the walls. They'd be afraid to fly that place. That'd be crazy. Oh, man. Anyway, geez. I don't know I can't even imagine walking in there and seeing this blood on the walls and a guy just died, and that flight must have been really rocky if he died but anyway, he ended up dying anyway, but I don't think they knew why. Let's see if it says let's see at the end of the article, did they have a reason? No. That's a shame. I wonder if he got a refund for his ticket since he died. Or they charged him double. Whew. All right. of flights, now this lady here was not on that flight. I left my baby in economy so I could fly business class. I feel terrible, but it was so relaxing. Could you imagine, like, the irresponsibility of leaving your baby in economy? You wanted to escape the Mile Cry Club. UK mom split opinions online after revealing she flew first class on a transcontinental trip while her 11-month-old baby and boyfriend were in coach. Am I horrible for leaving them both? Yes, you are. You are horrible. The mother of one decided to treat herself while she and her daughter, Prim, and boyfriend, Rob, were on an 11-hour flight from Paris to Los Angeles. Gee, maybe she was on the same flight as Taylor Swift. Anyway, she said she felt that she deserved a sky-high siesta, and it was one of the rare flights where she wasn't alone with the child. I've never flown with anybody else. It's just been me and Prim. So I thought of having help on this flight was amazing. I don't know. I think that's irresponsible. Coachlin said that she's amazed that she managed to do everything from packing the stroller and taking care of Prim by herself. The thought of having a baby-free flight was like music to my ears. I love that girl with all my heart, but let me tell you, flying long haul with your own on your own with a baby is not easy. Accompanying footage shows Coachlin waving goodbye to her beau and baby, and who is shown sleeping on the floor whilst playing out in her own spacious business pod like a modern-day Roman empress. She treats herself to a lavish toast of macaroons and riscotta and wipes herself off with a hot towel. Jeez. That's kind of selfish, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy like that, but seems silly to be away from your family. Okay. Now, I guess Fashion Week's coming up here. It says here, busty models rock New York Fashion Week in nothing but tape. Do you believe this? I mean, I wish I had that much confidence in myself that I would be able to do something like that, but these busty models, they're wearing, seriously, nothing but tape. I think there's a video of it here. Let's see what we got. I'm waiting for it's going to do an ad. Figures didn't do an ad. So we won't do the ad. Says here, New York Fashion Week became not safe for work during the Angel Oren Sants Foundation Sunday, where the boobies and bits of buxom models were barely covered by thin slices of tape. Holy cow! That's kind of crazy. These women really aren't dressed at all. Wait, did I hit the wrong one? Nope, I did. Here we go. How do you have confidence to walk around like that? That's just unreal. That's it. All she has is tape. Jeez. That's unreal. I can't even imagine what it's like to have that much confidence in your body. And well, at least she has a little more on than the last girl, but not much. Jeez. I don't know. these women. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with, I don't care if they dress that way every day, but I guess there's probably parents that have a problem with that. All right, next. Yeah, here's another one that for New York Fashion Week. It says here, glam dogs rule New York Fashion Week runway as Anthony Rubio's canine culture shows humans are just the accessories. Yeah, especially when they're wearing tape. All right, let's see what this looks like. I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to watch this. Let's see. Going to be commercials with this too? Wow, there's a lot of commercials with this. This is a 2-hour 2-hour video. Okay, we don't need to watch that. Let's see here. New York Fashion Week attendees were in for a real treat on Sunday. Canine models wagged their tails down the runway. Anthony Rubio's fall and winter 2024 Canine Culture Women's Wear Collection in a show where humans are just the accessories. The dogs came into the fashion sphere from all walks of life, including shelters and rescue groups from places such as Quebec, Los Angeles, and San Antonio. The brand was represented by social media dog influencers like Brody the Golden Doodle. The inspiration behind the New York born Rubio's 19th season presentation of the Angel Orensanz Foundation in the Lower East Side. Everything is coming up roses. We're living in dark times, and with wars breaking out and political feuds happening left and right, crime up, climate change causing devastation, and we need an infusion of positivity. So that's where we have dogs that are dressed like better than the humans. Actually, they have more on them than those models that had tape on them. That's funny. Our four-legged family members bring love and joy, so I decided to have them bring about the message, and it's time to stop and smell the roses. I suspect that the pups brought a lot of joy to the onlookers, especially when a couple of them did little body shakes, and it seemed like they wanted to play with all the humans in the room. Rubio designed the pet culture with handmade embroidered roses in colors designed to bring joy, because after all, the Anthony Rubio designs are known for feel-good shows. Yeah. Oh, that little dog looks cool. Looks like a little itty-bitty freaking husky. Probably is. All little dogs. How about some big dogs? Those big dogs are important too. Let's not size shame them. They're cute though. Oh, there's a big dog. All right. There we go. All right, let's see what else we got here. Forget apples. This fruit can improve your mental health in just 4 days, according to the New York Post. According to the New York Post. According to the New York Post. Come on, come up. So what is better than apples? How do you like them apples? An apple is no longer the preferred fruit for deterring doctor's visits. New Zealand scientists found that eating kiwi can boost one's mood in as little as 4 days. It's great for people to know that small changes in their diet, like adding kiwi fruit, can make a difference in how they feel. These mental health enhancing effects are reportedly due to the fact that these fuzzy fruits are loaded with vitamin C, which is known to boost the mood and vitality, among other benefits. To test the fruit's alleged mood-boosting effects, the team of Kiwis conducted a diet experiment on 155 adults with deficient levels of vitamin C. And for a day, every day for 8 weeks, participants were either given a placebo 250 milligram vitamin C supplement or 2 kiwis, and then asked to report the vitality, mood, sleep quality, or physical activity. Researchers found that the vitamin C group and the kiwi eaters reported improved moods, but only the latter said that they increased self-perceived success. Best of all, the kiwi group reportedly experienced vitality and mood enhancements in just 4 days, with effects peaking around 14 to 16 days. Our participants had good mental health to begin with, so little room for improvement, but still reported benefits of the kiwi fruit and the vitamin C interventions. So there you go. You can improve your life by eating kiwi. I don't know if I've ever even eaten a kiwi. I don't think if that was. I don't think I ever did. So, all right, next one. Love at first sight is real. Body language experts reveal 6 signs to know that someone's hot for you. I'm so hot for you, and she's so cold. What are the 6 signs? They say love is blind, but I beg to differ. Meeting a flirtatious gaze of a potential paramour from across the crowded room isn't just the niche, the cliche stuff of fairy tales and rom-coms. In fact, becoming madly, hopelessly, and endlessly swept up in a whirlpool of romance can happen in a liberal blink of an eye. Love at first sight happens when a hugely complex computer-like process occurs in a matter of seconds, coming up with an emotional equivalent of a jackpot. Instant love is usually based on thousands of memories that accrue in our lives. At all the ideal personality traits, visual stimulus, and role models that we've gotten stored away will suddenly seem to be encompassed in one person that we're looking at. And she's not pulling the wool over our eyes. Oh, we got that little joke there. 2023 report via the Cleveland Clinic noted that love at first sight is a legitimate psychological phenomenon in which a person's feel-good hormones, such as dopamine and oxytocin, not oxycodone. Make that. Dopamine and oxytocin surge the body, signaling the brain that it's found the one. James' sentiments were also echoed in a recent survey of over 2,000 adults led by optometry specialists, who determined that 59% of love at first sight couples are still together. Per the finding of that number, 19% of those relationships have lasted more than 40 years. So I guess it is possible to have love at first sight. So I don't know. It's it would take some special people to do that, I would think. And there's apparently no one-size-fits-all sensation when Cupid aims and strikes the pupils. So according to one poll, they discovered that 41% of love at first sight pairs reportedly feeling an overwhelming attraction upon catching an initial glimpse at the apples of their eyes. See, I don't know if I believe that love at first sight exists, but I believe there are certain people that can get along with anybody. And there's certain people that, if you've been single for a long time, you might be more willing to put up with stuff than if you are just out of a relationship. Because when you're just out of a relationship, you don't want to put up with anything. Don't want to put up with anything that somebody did that you're going to be a little more cautious. But, hey, what do I know? I'm not a doctor. Or play one on TV. Angelica Malin, 31, and her husband Josh, 35, quickly locked in after initially laying eyes on one another at a bar in New York City's Chinatown. Christina Burton, 35, and hubby Gabriel, who tied the knot in 2022, also saw in the fab future while sitting next to each other in an airplane leaving out of JFK Airport. And James, who's notably decoded the demonstrations of armor between the A-listers like Taylor Swift and Super Bowl winning sweetie Travis Kelce, says that once the heart sets its sights on someone, the rest of the body can't help but follow suit. We fall in love because our eyes speak to each other in complex ways that we don't even understand ourselves. I mean, I think it's a possibility. I mean, I think I fell for Christine because I don't know. I looked at her and I said, I saw a picture of her and I said, this woman is speaking to me, and she never spoke to me before. I just felt that there was something about her that I couldn't swipe left on her. And here I am 2 years later, I'm still with her. So, I mean, everything, it really comes down to how willing you are to accept the person for who they are. Here are 6 pro signs of love at first sight. Distance mirroring is one of them. If you're at a party or a bar with friends and you spot someone mirroring your pace and style of movement as you are chatting, this is a sign that they're falling in love at first sight. Preening. This may not be obvious. Peacocking behavior like chest puffing or splaying, but some subtle lingering touches of their hair, neck, or shoulders could also be an indicator of their interest in you. The eye flick. The best flirtation signals are when they're listening to you talk. Eye contact when you're talking, paired with their eyes flickering down to your lips and back to your eyes, is another indicator of their interest in you. And you could even it could even be a cue for a kiss. Whew, I don't know. The ignore. If they are engaged in eye contact for several minutes, then suddenly sit back and start looking around the room, they might be trying to regain your attention. This cat and mouse flirtation ritual could be a sign that they're interested in you. The cat smile. Cat smile with her eyes, and so can you. If someone is allowing their eyes to narrow and crinkle slightly in an eye smile, the softened expression registers flattering approval and attraction. It might be a sign that they are attracted to you and maybe falling in love at first sight. And lastly, the eye drag. When you're looking at them and they begin responding with eye contact, if they're dropping their eyes and chin towards downward for a second or two and then bringing them up and reinstalling the eye contact and smiling softly, this is a strong indicator of their interest and maybe something even deeper. So there you are. If you want to fall in love, there's the eye contact stuff, and there's the rules in which it could be real. This New Jersey animal shelter offers neuter your ex for Valentine's Day kitty special. I'm sure there's a couple of people that would like to neuter their ex. Seems a bit drastic, but there are those people. Okay, come on up. Waiting for you to pop up. Why are you not popping up? Okay, what's going on here? That's really weird. Okay, let's try to bring this up. What's going on? Copy this. And let's put this in here. Okay, it's not working. Okay, I think my browser might be down. What's going on here? Okay. Can't close it, and I can't. What's going on here? And it's trying to open another tab. Okay, that's really weird. Okay, what's going on here? New window. Huh. Wow. I think my Google's not working right. It just crashed. Oh boy. Oh boy. We got all kinds of things going on now. What is going on? I got a whole bunch of windows now. Only wanted one. Only needed one. Okay, now we're going to try this again. Okay. Now, what is going on? Okay, now it seems to be working. Okay, now, let's see if this will work now. Might be working now. There we go. Okay, New Jersey Animal Shelter, and it says here it's offering neuter your ex for Valentine's Day kitty special. How do you like me now? How do you like me? Meow. A New Jersey animal shelter is inviting cat lovers to name a feral feline after their ex for Valentine's Day, and then have it spayed or neutered. Neuter your ex for Valentine's Day. The Homeward Bound Pet Adoption Center for Gloucester Township, New Jersey, announced in this hysterical promotion. The cost for clawing back at the former romantic partners is $50, because some things shouldn't breed. Okay, that's pretty funny. The cat will be spayed or neutered before being released back into their colony as part of a trap neuter return program. That's TNR. The TNR is a vital component of the feral cat population control, as it breaks the breeding cycle and then stops the birth of unwanted cats in our community. That's funny. Some people come up with really funny things. Your donation ensures that we can offer spay-neuter surgery at a reduced cost for the community, cats, and their caregivers in need. Eric Schwartz, Homeward Bound's Director of Development, said that more than 600 cats were fixed and released in the program in 2023. People interested in shaming their exes for a good cause may fill out a donation form and select an honor option to complete the dastardly dedication. I wonder if anybody did that with my name. We have been together 831 days. Oh, geez. That's a long time. That's as long as the reign of Gunther in WWE. So there. I wouldn't have known that. That's a lot of addition. Do you want to have me neutered yet, or what? Hopefully not. All right, let's see here. Oh, you think it's funny, huh? I heard you. I like the OGs. Why thinking your lover is the one could put your relationship in danger, says a life coach. Hey, it worked this time. The actual post actually worked. Says love is a battlefield. Finding the one isn't without its psychological risks, according to a self-styled life coach on TikTok with 1.3 million followers. Romanian-born psychology expert Francesca Titan posted it on her page, explaining why placing too much importance on the significant other can ultimately lead to a toxic relationship. I want the ex neutered for real. How do I know I found the one? Let's talk about the new one. Let's talk about the one. She said she knows it's really romantic thing to believe that you found the one, and that it can add mysticism and make the person you're with feel special. But it can also add a dangerous, really dangerous to have this belief. Firstly, it's dangerous because it creates a false belief about relationships that you just need to find the right person and then everything else will fall into place. All your trauma, all your dysfunctional coping mechanisms, all your baggage will mystically disappear because this is the right person, right? Wrong. People who think they want the one might be expecting their special someone to save them from all their problems. This is not going to happen because happiness doesn't start when you get into the relationship. This is how you create codependence, toxic relationships. This is because you start pulling your own value, putting your own value into someone else's hands. And if they don't see you as worthy or valuable, you don't see yourself as worthy or valuable, which is a big problem. Another potential dangerous consequence, she added, is that you're prone to obsession, thinking, this thinking actually fuels your obsession. You might not be willing to let someone go. It says, Ori highlights a mathematical theory called the secretary problem. It posts that out of a pool of 100 candidates, the truly viable options don't begin until number 38, which is the point you should hire the best match so far. And now your benchmark person, the next person you find, someone who you like as much or more, you should hire them. I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things. I think that it's got to be more logical than emotional when you get down to it. You got to find that person that that you like being with, and that they like being with you, and that you can agree upon. Or if you can't agree upon, you can let things go, or they can let things go, and don't obsess over things. That's my opinion. Why is it? Oh, that's the article I just did. I was going to say that's the same article, but that is the same article. Great sex with a new partner could be flaring red flags. Be extremely careful, according to the experts. So it says here. All right, why? Oh, there it is. From the O face to O no face. So you're having the best sex of your life with a new and exceptionally giving partner. Congratulations. But quietly between fireworks, perhaps you're wondering, what's the catch? Listen to that small voice psychologist caution, and your red-hot lover could actually be a red-hot relationship flag. That's because your dream partner is so attentive to your needs right now that may in fact be raging narcissists about to expose their true colors. It's just what I need to talk about, raging narcissists. Because narcissists crave admiration, and sex is one of the personality type major tells. They often wind up very eager to please between the sheets. And beware of tipping your own hand, letting the narcissist sweep you off their feet with their Horizon Mambo skills. It broadcasts to them that you're vulnerable to control them. Ooh, that's pretty dangerous there. A quick test. Do you get the same amount of loving affection at the breakfast table as you do in the boudoir? Can't believe I'm saying boudoir. If not, you may have already fallen into the narcissist trap. Some people say the relationship is a nightmare, but for the sex. They'll say sex is great, but this person is horrible to me. They're callous and cold, and they're dismissive, and they're unempathetic. But they're really good in bed. This is why they cannot. This is why they can be hot and heavy in 1 minute and completely neglectful in the next, because it's not about intimacy. It's about control. That's interesting. Then they use you. They need something. They put you back on the shelf when they're done. Furthermore, experts warn that the narcissist's tendency to blow hot and cold could impact the brain on a cellular level. When you're in their world, your brain is flooded with dopamine and here's another one, dopamine and oxytocin, giving you the pleasure and sense of intimacy. But when they turn their back on you emotionally, the brain then goes into a withdrawal, causing distress and anxiety. Actually, I've had girlfriends that were like that. One in particular was like that. And I recognized it, but we broke up, and I tried again many, many years later, and the same situation happened. You know, we were great in bed together, but we had no chemistry outside of the bedroom. And even in the bedroom, we only had chemistry when she wanted to have chemistry. So I can totally get that. But when they turn their back on you emotionally, the brain goes into withdrawal, causing distress and anxiety. Too much jerking back and forth between the two states can lead to an unwilling partner to form what's known as traumatic bond with the narcissist. Not unlike what happens in more obviously abusive relationships. Worse still, they may not even know what they're doing. That's because their needs are always going to be the most important, even if it hurts their partner. Narcissists are also narcissistic people are very reward sensitive. They like things that feel good, and they often don't think about the consequences. So sex is the ultimate narcissist ground game. Narcissists also like to dominate in the bedroom. For them, sex is power, and about holding that power over someone else. They need validation, and they will perform above expectations regularly to get it. Don't get confused. They're not looking for notes either. Your constructive criticism could end up triggering them, even leading them to blame you for their own shortcomings. Other signs to look for when that you might be headed for trouble include exceptionally performative sex with a porny vibe. It's very look at me sex. Whew. Boy, that's pretty harsh. I think people are overthinking things though, but I guess I don't know. Okay. Gen Z men go traditional, cover women's cost on date night. Equality doesn't mean we should pay the same. Now, this is the first positive Gen Z thing that I've seen. I've seen mostly negative Gen Z things, but according to Gen Z people, tradition is the menu during Gen Z date night. Despite being seen as politically progressive when it comes to gender equality, young American men are still expected to pick up the tab for the women they're wooing, and they're more than happy to do so. A survey of 552 heterosexual college students cited in a new report that Zoomer men paid for dates 90% of the time. I must be a Gen Z guy. Gen Z men, on the other hand, paid in full for just 2% of the dates they went on, and 8% of the dates were split evenly between the sexes. I think in the whole time that I was single, I probably paid for the dates all the time, if I think about that. The Times cited that 27-year-old woman who claimed that gender equality wasn't a reason to expect the fairer sex to split the bill. Gender equality doesn't mean men and women should pay the same when they went out, an unidentified woman said, saying that females earn less than men in the workplace, spend more time getting ready for outings, and pay more for reproductive care. Personally, I think that shouldn't even come into it. But hey, who knows? While many Gen Z women are reluctant to pay for a date, it seems most young men are happy to cover their costs completely. Scott Bowen, 24, said that he always paid for drinks, meals, and coffees on dates, when the tab coming in somewhere between 70 and 100%, $70 and $100 a pop. For men who actively try to find a partner, dating doesn't come cheap, but some men are offended or angry when a woman gets out her purse and offers to pay her share. On the first date, I tried to establish beforehand that I want to pay, says Kent Barnhill, a 27-year-old data analyst. Well, if he's a data analyst, he can afford it. The fact that I'm paying more does not bother me. And Barnhill said he was furious when his current girlfriend wanted to split the bill on the first date. I don't know. Most of the times I've paid and I didn't have a problem paying. Because if I ask somebody out, it's kind of like, I am encouraging them to go out with me, and they're not going to know the value of the date right away. So this was interesting. I got this in the wrong category. I should have put this in the entertainment section. Sharon Stone met a convicted felon and a man with 20,000 heroin injections while online dating. Online dating can be dangerous. I met some dangerous women on there. I also met a beautiful woman who I currently am being with, and she is not a convicted felon, and she does not have any heroin injections that I can see. So if she has them well hidden. Sharon Stone has to watch her back when it comes to online dating. In an interview with The Times, she recalled meeting a former prisoner and heroin addict who was clearly 2,000 heroin injections later than that picture that he sent her. The Oscar-nominated star had a date with an alleged druggie at a Hotel Bel Air in Los Angeles. I tell the waiter I'll have a glass of water. He had a cocktail or something, and I said, "I'm sorry, I can't stay," she recalled. Despite the negative experience, she did the lasting connections, having 2 virtual relationships during portions of the pandemic. Jeez, she's not. She don't look too bad for a woman her age. One whose wife told him that she wanted a divorce, and they had 2 little kids. She was struggling to process it, and the other had broken up with his girlfriend, and he had gotten pregnant instead of marrying. She had an abortion. Stone continued. He was still very much in love with her, and I helped him process it. It was rewarding for both of us. I don't know how to explain it, but she isn't giving up hope this year. Stone gushed at the 2024 is the year that I want to fall in love. Hey, she needs to read the couple articles that I read before this. When describing her ideal boyfriend, the Catwoman actress said she doesn't look for anything specific. I've never looked for anything because I don't think that's what happens. You're standing somewhere, somebody walks up and starts talking to you, and you turn around and think, what? And the next thing you know, 2 years have gone by. That's true. When I met my current girl, I would have never guessed it. I try not to think about where I'm going to be in 2 years, but I wouldn't have guessed that she would have been, this good for me. So, after the ones I had before her, I was lucky to find someone that was as good as her. Anyway, all right, so that's that. Oh, wow, we're at the end here. All right, let's see. How many do I got to go here? Okay, now my phone, here we go. There we go. Let me get this thing to work. I don't know why this is been a pain today. What do we got left? We got anything good? This one was really strange. Mom accused of theft tries framing her child. This world is really wild. A mom, desperate to avoid arrest, tried to convince the deputies that her child was the one who they needed to arrest. But the ruse backfired. Not only did the girl deny the accusation, but she also unwittingly outed her 29-year-old mother as the culprit. That led her to her mom being arrested and charged with grand theft. And it was discovered that the woman already was on probation and wanted for simple battery and shoplifting in Georgia. The family finger-pointing revolved around a stolen purse containing $1,630 in goods that went missing on February 4th at 5 Below in Davenport. So tracking devices in her purse revealed its location was 3.5 miles south of Haines City. And the deputies arrived at the home to find her in the seat of a car. Confronted with the information, she began to shift the blame to other people. She even blamed her child for taking the purse. However, the child refused to take the blame. I haven't heard the child, I heard the child state, "That's not true, Mom, you took that purse." At that point, the woman refused to give any further statements and was arrested. In addition to grand theft, she was charged with violation of probation, and I hope she goes away for a period of time for freaking blaming her kid. That just is really wrong. We got a YouTuber accused of recording motorcycle ride going 150 miles an hour. Jeez. In Texas, arrested in Texas. So a YouTuber accused of recording himself going more than 150 miles an hour on a motorcycle down a Colorado highway has been arrested in his home state, and the extradition process is underway. Rendon Dietzman, 32, was arrested February 7th in Denton County, Texas, on Colorado State Patrol's extraditable warrant for El Paso District Attorney The process is taking him back to Colorado for his first court appearance. Denton County Sheriff online arrest records show Dietzman was charged with assault, which is not one of the charges listed on the warrant for the speeding case, when Dietzman allegedly zoomed between Colorado Springs and Denver metro area 20 minutes on Interstate 25 for media purposes. The drive between the two cities takes an hour. The video, no longer on YouTube, but shared with the CSB last month, appears to show Dietzman going at high speeds while squeezing through small gaps in traffic traveling on the highway shoulder. Dietzman is known as Gixxer Bra on YouTube. His page description, I like to wheelie and go fast. The account has more than 250,000 subscribers and nearly 500 videos posted on his page, with recent upload 6 days ago. YouTube previously told Fox News that it has removed the content from the channel in the past, adding that its policies prohibit harmful or dangerous acts that have serious risk of severe bodily harm or death. And Dietzman was wanted on charges of menacing, engaging in speed contests, reckless endangerment, reckless driving, speeding 40 miles over the limit, and engaging in exhibition and speed without and driving without license plates attached. Jeez. You know, there's all kinds of people out there. But he got extradited. That's good. People like that drive me crazy. I hate people that zoom in and out of traffic like it's, oh, I'll just zoom right by him, Just crazy. Got two more. This one here scares me. Tourist allegedly tried to open the plane's emergency exit door after he believed he was being stalked by underground organization. What underground organization? And what are you going to do by opening the door? A Canadian tourist who suffered a panic attack and believed he was being stalked by underground organization on a packed passenger plane allegedly attempted to unlock the emergency exit during takeoff. Wang Sai Hong, 40, was arrested Wednesday after he frightened fellow passengers, tried to exit Airbus A320 as it departed Chiang Mai Airport in Thailand around 9 p.m. Moments after the doors had been sealed and the aircraft was lining up on the runway, Young began to scream and allegedly demand a flight attendant open the door on Thai Airlines so he could exit the aircraft. As the flight attendant refused to comply, Young's manic demands, he bolted towards the door behind the cockpit and attempted to push it open. Man, people like that scare the living daylights out of me. Soon after, law enforcement stormed onto the plane and arrested the crazed tourist. And the passenger's crew and crew members were safe. The tourist outburst also disrupted arriving flights, which had to wait a holding pattern due to the active scene on the runway. He was charged with acting in a way that would imperil an aircraft and then being taken to the police station for questioning. To me, that's just insane. Those kind of people should never be allowed to fly again. That's just crazy stuff. But I think that's one of my biggest fears on airplanes. I don't want to fly out the door the wrong way. Thousands of monkeys invade Thai city, driving out tourists and businesses. Monkeys. A marauding army of 3,500 monkeys have invaded the city center of Thailand, keeping tourists away and forcing businesses to shutter. To shutter? It does say shutter. The monkeys have become a specific problem in that popular city of Lopburi, and is at risk of becoming a ghost town as Chinese investors are withholding their money until an issue is addressed. Several companies and stores have shut their operations and fled the once thriving trade center as their local macaques harass customers and destroy businesses. The monkeys enter the mall, climb, and bother customers who come to the shop. Several business owners who rent spaces and sell their goods often have to fix their roofs, windows, and other damages each month. The mall was put up for sale 2 years ago, but there have been no buyers. I wonder why. Look at all the monkeys, though. They're crazy. That's really crazy. Wow. I don't know. I think the monkeys have taken over the city. Okay. We got... Here you go. This is kind of like the stories that I started with. Tourists blasted for wearing nothing but tight Speedo-style swimsuits at Thai airport. Do they have no shame? Some people, I don't know how people wear some of that stuff. A photo of a man wearing a cheetah print tog, Australian Speedo type swimsuits at the Thailand airport have outraged locals who saw it disrespectful to their culture. The picture of the tourists in animal print togs at this is how it's spelled, at Phuket Phuket Airport went viral on Thai social media this week. The men were snapped sorting their suitcases at their luggage cart and stand in nothing but their swim trunks, unless you count sunglasses, sandals, and fanny packs. How do they have no shame? Those undies when they're not near water. Yeah, I can't even imagine that kind of dressing. And in a conservative country too. Well, there you go. There's the guys changing their clothes in the middle of the airport. How do you do that? I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Pants are required at the airport. The airline won't let them in. Some people like to get there at the last minute of their sunshine, so they're excited to get ready to swim. Jeez. I don't know. I wish I could feel that confident about how I look to wear that kind of stuff. And lastly, this is a sad story. I should have ended one of the other ones. Mexican cartel reportedly flooded Montana with fentanyl meth by targeting Native Americans. It's a prey-predator situation. Fentanyl is nasty. People should definitely stay away from it. Mexican cartels have flooded Montana with fentanyl and meth, setting up operations on Indian reservations where law enforcement is scarce. They do know who to choose. The American Indian Health Director of the Montana Department of Health and Human Services. Just like any other prey-predator situation, that's how it is. The drug pushers have found that the notoriously deadly fentanyl goes for nearly 20 times the price in remote Big Sky country, where the population is 1.2 million, is spread out across 150,000 square miles of rugged terrain. They will initially target Native Americans by giving away initial supply of drugs, transforming them into addicts. The cartel will send out their advanced team of individuals to get to know who's distributing small amounts on the reservation. Who can they get their claws into? Who initially investigated Mexican cartels from Texas, following their trail to Montana. And then they do that and they own them, and we've seen that over and over. The vast remoteness of Montana works in their favor. Law enforcement already struggled to cover their wide-reaching territories. That's just really sad. And it says a counter fentanyl pill that can be made for less than 25 cents in Mexico sells for $3 to $5 in cities like Seattle and Denver, where drug markets are more established, and up to $100 in remote parts of Montana. I don't know. I don't know why people get into that fentanyl stuff. That stuff is dangerous stuff. Anyway, all right, that's it. I'm done. I went over time here. Didn't expect to do that, but I definitely went over. All right. Hope you enjoyed the show. I will talk to you guys next week. And as always, remember the most important part.